What's up, everybody? My name is Zeno Robinson, and you are listening to Three Black Geeks.
Perfect.
Whoa, lots of them damage.
We're back for lots of Van damage. Yeah, I can't do this.
Everybody,
Or
everybody
or as I like to call it, the prequel to the movie Legionnaire.
or as I like, or everybody, what we like to always say, not only will we come back to Van Damage, we're coming back to the damage. We took, the thing in the middle, that makes everything go boom, boom, boom. That one.
First off, Sue, why did you bring up Legionnaire? I remember when USA premiered that movie, and I didn't. Legionnaire oozes direct to VHS.
It really does.
Legionnaire is when I knew Hollywood was giving up on George Paul.
Look, you know what it is? Okay, see, I want folks to
That and
understand
hardcore, I knew it was over.
This is why I feel we are in a good time where actors. I always say that I think all three of us, we lived during a time period where if you were a movie star, the idea of doing TV was TV. And then if you were TV, if you got into movies, you were lucky. Like Ted Danson was an example of that. It's like he was in movies, but like he never gave off like a movie, like the face, right? Tom Selleck was in a weird space because he was the movie guy, the face of movies. But when he got on TV, it was like,
I don't know.
Good. But after
I
that,
felt like he was more. I felt like he was more TV than he was movies. Because even when he did movies, I hate to be that person. They were always straight to TV
the 80s,
movies.
it worked out for him in the 80s. 90s, they definitely forgot.
What did he do in the
his ass
80s? Well, okay,
Three Men and a Baby. Quickly
Mr.
Down
Baseball.
Under. Quickly Down Under.
Quickly Down Under. Mr. Baseball. Mr. Baseball is a really underrated sports flick. Chris, we gotta do that movie. We gotta do Mr. Baseball. Anyway,
but like he had his run just like the Goot did in the 80s and stuff. And it's
I give you that.
But 90s, they forgot about his ass. They were like, fuck that. Like, No. I think with Jean-Claude, like Lionheart, he's coming off of Bloodsport and he's teaming up with the guy that helped write Bloodsport, and he actually directed
No.
I thought he did Bloodsport.
No. He wasn't coming off of Bloodsport with this one. For Lionheart, he was coming off of Kickboxer.
Okay, Kickboxer, my bad.
Kickboxer was the year before.
Yeah, my bad. My bad. The man that helped write Kickboxer, he liked his writing for Kickboxer and he wanted him to direct Lionheart. And the thing about Jean-Claude, like we just mentioned, like Jean-Claude over the years, and we've talked about it multiple times during Van Damage, there came a point in like the late 90s where it's felt like Jean-Claude's like stock was waning a bit. Like, and like I said,
I believe that comes from his short-lived second win when he got that mullet for a hard target.
There you go.
And it went all the way up until what was that movie? The Quest.
Yeah.
I think whatever happened for Jean-Claude, this was about to be around that time. Put it this way, the flavor on the Jawbreaker was starting to disappear for Hollywood with him. Mm-hmm. Really, when you really think about Hollywood, the way Hollywood did him, by the time 98 came through, they were done with Jean-Claude.
Yeah, because Legionnaire came out in 98, and that's when I was like, ooh, what the hell are you doing in this movie?
It's so funny because, like, the 2000s was not good for Jean-Claude. It didn't help Jean-Claude at all. Meanwhile, Seagal, how did he survive?
Seagal survived. He know what it is. We talked about two of those movies. Fucking,
also
the him and Ja Rule and him and DMX. That was the only thing that kept them up a little bit. And then after that, it just.
I want to know who was.
In case you couldn't figure it out, like I'm gonna appropriate this hip hop scene for a little bit. And I'm mixing it with martial arts because it worked out so well for Jet Li, and because I've been around a lot longer than him, I'm gonna do it better.
And look, and you forgot is Jean-Claude, not Jean-Claude. You forget is his action trump. He thinks he's every ethnicity. So when he sees the brothers, hey, what's up, homie? You want to fly on the backside, brother?
And understand that the way that I just played that off
Me and the
it
boys.
sound, you know for a fact that it sounds exactly like what Seagal would have said in 2000.
But here's the
Yeah,
kicker too,
exactly.
though, about JCVD. It's like Legionnaire was when I was like, "Ooh, what's going on?" It was really
The
Universal.
quest for me.
No,
The quest for D.
No, you know what it hit? And I said this during the WCW Wrestle Corner years ago. Universal Soldier Return.
Universal Soldier Return.
That's when I knew. That's when I knew it was like
That was it. That was the last gas.
You want to know? Hold on. You say it's the last gas. Hey, Chris, I'm so glad that you pointed it out. You want to know why? Because Van Dam broke his own protocol. His own protocol, which is I never do sequels.
Never do the sequels. I don't do the sequels. Why?
He didn't touch those direct-to-DVD VHS sequels, and you're like, all right, cool. He made it good on his promise. Soldier Returns. Oh, what are you doing?
I don't know. Like, was the money good? What was it?
What was it? I think what it was probably number one, the money. Number two, I think the other thing that it also was the script. You know, certain actors are always saying, if the script's good enough, I'll come back and do a sequel.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what it was.
Because come on, you know how many action stars have always used that as an excuse to not come back and do a sequel? Hell, Schwarzenegger turned down sequels to movies, like movies that were legit good. Predator, they wanted him for Predator 2. He said no.
Now, here's the kicker too.
I hold on real quick. I'll put something on top of that. Who was the person that wrote Universal Soldier? All right.
The Return?
Yeah, no. The first
one.
Which was who? Your boy, Emmerich.
Emmerich.
Now, his name is attached to the sequel, and where was his stock at that time? Through the roof. Where was Jean-Claude's stock at that time? Down over here. Okay, so you know he
gotta correct you on that. Gotta correct you on this. Emmerich had nothing to do with Universal Soldier to Return.
No,
Why did
he come back?
He's talking about for the return.
Oh, for the return. Like I said, it had to be.
Why did he come back?
Emmerich. The only thing Emmerich did was, oh, you guys want to do a sequel? Have at it. That's it.
Really?
Yep. Because wasn't he still riding off of Stargate?
Emmerich and Dean Devlin owned the rights to it, and they basically was like, oh, you want to do a sequel? Well, we ain't gonna touch it. Y'all have at it. That's it.
Wow.
You have my blessing.
Yeah, you have my blessings. Do it. I don't care. And here's the kicker. Jean-Claude, to me, he got a third win when he did that movie JCVD, which got critically acclaimed in like Cannes. And it was like, because, you know, everybody did the whole thing of, oh, Jean-Claude is so vulnerable in the movie. It's a good movie, to be fair, it is. But they were doing that whole like, he's so vulnerable. And then, the Expendables 2 and all that and stuff. But
and then his TV, and then his little TV show. I got to be honest with you, man. That last little burst of his was what he needed for the final part of his career, because people love the fuck out of JCVD. Everybody loves Jean-Claude Van Damme. Except for one dude named Jason David Frank. We're not going into that. How he pulled up
and
on
Seagal.
Seagal hates his ass.
Seagal does not like him.
Seagal hates anybody who's mobile. So we can't do that. We cannot do that. Okay.
Side note, I need folks to realize this, and you guys are gonna laugh. All three of us, we tend to watch things, but we never podcast on it because we just want to watch the shit. We ain't gonna podcast on it. I watched Minions: The Rise of Gru. Jean-Claude's in it as Jean-Claude. Fucking hilarious in that goddamn movie.
Oh, okay.
I saw that.
It's like the Kung Fu Panda shit where he's in it and you're laughing like, they got Jean-Claude for this, and he's actually funny. All right,
they got him in it. Like they got him in it. He dropped like a line or two. It was funny.
The alligator.
All he needed. He was the alligator.
The alligator did splits, and I was like, "You're one movie. That's all I needed."
I know, right?
Alligator doing splits. I'm like, this is the greatest. This is the greatest trilogy. Hey. It's the greatest trilogy of all time.
DreamWorks knew the assignment when they got Jean-Claude. Get him to do splits. That's it.
They do it.
100%.
But Lionheart to me,
we ain't got this motherfucker doing splits.
What are we doing here?
Or we ain't gonna make the alligator package look kind of plump. What? Come on, guys.
But Lionheart to me, what I love about
Let's
Lionheart.
get furry with this shit. Come on, guys.
Wait. Okay, we're about to go into this Lionheart thing. It was a couple of things I wanted to point out. Number one, did you know that this movie was filmed
after Death Warrant, despite it coming out before Death Warrant.
Probably one of those things where they filmed it back to back kind of thing. Because it does have the same vibe where, because wasn't Death Warrant in LA, even though he was in prison majority of the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the LA prison system.
Well,
all the prisons back in the 90s.
The California countryside is
yeah,
what you say.
yeah. There you go. So that
Death
makes a lot
Warrant
of
bad.
sense.
It was crazy. Death Warrant was crazy.
So prison in the 90s was nuts.
Oh, God, I wish this was true. So a sequel was planned for this movie, but it never materialized.
Thank you. Thank God. No.
I don't think there should be. There should have been one.
Legionnaire feels like a spiritual sequel.
It does. No, but it's more of a prequel.
Even though, yeah, Legionnaire takes place in 1920, so it wouldn't work anyways.
That was even a prequel. This
also, our boy
JoJo plot, man.
No. It's
great grandfather.
No. It's the sweet home that inspired Resident Evil.
There you go. But you know what's funny about Lionheart? I remember this is before YouTube started cracking down on copyright. Somebody did a Mortal Kombat thing of Lionheart of all the fights, and it was perfect. They had the sound effects, and they had the meters and all that stuff. They took it down because obviously that's a lot of copyright shit. But I was so mad because I wanted to put that into this episode. It's fucking hilarious because it's like D said, this is like Street Fighter basically. I don't know why they use Mortal Kombat, but it's like Street Fighter. It literally is like Street Fighter beginning to end.
To be honest with you, Chris, Van Damme's last 3 movies leading up to this were Street Fighter.
I was about to say
this, Kickboxer, and Bloodsport. All 3 of these movies were
all of them inspired Street Fighter or some type of fighting game.
Okay, I'll take it a step further. And I'll still keep it in the vein of Capcom. Lionheart is the final fight of Van Damme movies.
It is.
It's the final fight.
Because here's the thing about Lionheart.
Metro City.
We talk about movies never come. Like I said, again, this movie came out now. It'd be direct to DVD. Now look at the movies that it's going up against back in the 90s, right? It opened number 3. Not Without My Daughter opened at number 7. Both of those opened at the same weekend, right? Lionheart is going up against Home Alone, Kindergarten Cop, Dances with Wolves, Godfather Part 3, Edward Scissorhands, Look Who's Talking To, and Mermaid in Misery.
So I got to say, I made $28 million, so I actually did good. We only spent $6 million on this shit. So
it was a success box office wise. So
it was.
I'm just saying. See, I still had a name back then.
Of course, Chris. Of course, the movie was a success. This was not a high budget movie.
$20 million.
Oh, you
movie.
can't even tell, man.
No, it's $7 million movie. My bad.
This movie was only $7 million.
No, the most money they spent was renting out that fucking mansion and a couple of those Rolls Royces. That's about it.
I feel all 3 of us could go to a Hollywood studio and be like, "Can you give us $7 million for an action movie?" And we probably would get it.
No, niggers.
Because think about
Hold up. You got that, and then you got the accountant looking at us going, "Tough break, nigga. There's always Netflix."
But here's the kicker, though. Like, I think
should have used the pronoun, nigga.
Because I was telling somebody, he's like, I feel we've come such a long way now. Like when that guy he made this movie, I think it's called Tangerine. It was about this trans woman, but he filmed it on his iPhone. And at the time, people were really blown away that you can film a movie on an iPhone and it looked as good as it did. And I was like, I keep forgetting the specs for the iPhone back then were like really high quality.
Christopher Nolan did the same thing.
Yeah, and it's I think nowadays you can film a Lionheart with your phone and be like, fuck it, I can do my own Lionheart. Let me go and get my phone and do this. And it's like, all right, cool.
That's how I love that we're at that point of technology that you have a good quality camera in your fucking pocket. This is amazing, man. It's amazing. And yet, niggas still using fucking portrait mode in at the worst time. At the worst time, niggas is still putting on portrait mode.
See, Eris, I gotta do the Shannon Sharp.
Nigga, landscape.
Landscape.
How are you messing this up? It is 2022.
D is speaking for the. Well, he's preaching to
We're
the
losing
choir.
recipes, D. We're losing recipes.
The Kimbe Matumbo didn't go back home and feed his people for you people not to learn how to use a cell phone the right
young
way.
ladies today, they ain't learning from mom how to cook. We're losing recipes.
That's why black men, we got our pants down. We ain't in church no more.
D, if any, I'm just saying, guys, if I ever say anything respectability politics out my mouth, I want you to punch me in the face immediately. If I ever say anything
I only
like
got a
that.
couple. Like I only got a couple of. I only got a couple of. I will say respectability ones. Like it's like this, nigga. I don't want to see your ass, girl. It is 4 o'clock. Look. It's nigga. I don't want to see your ass, girl. It is 9 a.m. Everybody ain't trying to see your titties.
Unless it's the titties of my girlfriend /
3
wife.
o'clock.
That's
Hold
the
on,
only one I
number
want to
three.
see at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Shit, even then, bitch, slow down. No, hold on. Number three. This is my other one. The older I get, the more I do this. Ain't you motherfucking kids supposed to be asleep? And number 4.
I'm mad you said slow down. Like, goddamn, really? Titties come out. You're like, whoa.
Whoa. Hey, let me take the blood pressure medicine first. Come on.
Can I pee real quick?
Can I drink water, bitch?
No, Lionheart.
I ain't got my glasses on. Hold on.
I forgot how simple Lionheart was. But Eris, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
Both been through basic. I've been through the whole military. I don't know much about the French Foreign Legion, but I gotta ask this. The military isn't that much of a fucking asshole not to let you go back and see your fucking crispy fried brother back in the States. I'm just saying.
You have to understand. You have to understand, Chris. Go ahead.
Let me answer that. Chris, this is the second film where Van Damme is in the military. He wants to go somewhere, and his superior officer has to be an asshole to stop him. This happened
for no reason.
Bro,
there's no reason to
bro, come on. Okay, hold up, Chris. Need I remind you? Need I remind you, Captain? What's going on? The colonel found out you're going to Hong Kong, sir. All right, I'll go see you after I take a shower.
Oh, hold up, Eris. We didn't do the proper introduction for Van Damme.
God,
yes, Gautier.
But that's my. But Chris.
Next time, Chris, let the whole 5 seconds go through.
All right,
I spent a lot of time on this shit. Y'all better show everyone.
Chris, that's my point though. Is we've seen this before. Van Damme wants to go do something. But hey, is he in the military? Yes, he is. Is his superior officer going to try to stop him? Absolutely.
His superior officer is also German, to which I question. So this is the French Legionnaire, and he's a German officer.
Bro, listen, I'm not going to question it because the French Foreign Legion in this movie are equal opportunity employers.
Apparently, see, look, I understand the North African, Algerian niggas being there, Moroccan niggas being there. I understand that. But so you want to go home and see your brother? This is not going to happen.
By the way,
we in the French Legion do not. I'm like, why are you German?
No, see, he was.
Why are you German?
D. He was fine until he said, "I do not have the patience for this scheisse."
When he said that, I was like,
why did you say that?
No.
See, no. I would have taken it out.
Eris, I would have went with the idea. Eris, I went with the idea. Like, you're German. Yes. But I moved to Paris when I was 10 years old. I still have the accent.
And as a 10-year-old, you decided to join the French Foreign Legion. Okay.
And you still say Mein Führer only when I see him.
I just like to point out, like, his brother is burnt to a crisp. Usually drug dealers, they break your leg, they break some fingers and shit. Usually. This man, for a drug deal gone wrong.
It wasn't even a drug deal gone wrong, bro. This was a setup from the jump.
But my thing is this: in normal circumstances, let me just point this out here because I don't want no black people to be like, you act like you from the streets. No, I'm not from the fucking streets. All I'm saying is this:
understanding protocol, but
the protocol. Protocol. I would think in this situation would be break 2 legs, break some fingers, leave a mark to show them that you mean business. These motherfuckers said, "Hey, I want to burn you. Put this dude in fucking gasoline and burn him." I'm like, that's a little extreme.
No, Chris. See, you're on that part. I'm over here saying, bro, where was the motivation to even burn him in the first place?
Thank you. Like we heard from his wife that it was.
I'm like, you're over here. Like, no, Chris, come back over here real quick. I need you to look at it from this angle.
We had to hear from his wife like it was a drug deal gone bad. I'm like, it couldn't have been that bad that warrants him getting burned here.
This
like,
man was sold.
All right, real quick, guys.
Straight up sugar.
Sugar. That's little sugar got burned for it. That's a man.
That nigga look like a hot dog when you burn it, and that one nigga in your family like, nah, let it burn. I like it when it got more of that black.
No, but here's
looking like Vogue in the Metal Gear Solid 5.
Bro, here's what was so. This is what was so dumb. All right, if you look behind him as he was sampling the coke. If you look behind him, you see both of the hired goons, number 48 and number 63, holding the cans of gasoline.
But I po-juked the motherfucker so quick.
I'm just looking back like, oh, y'all was gonna burn him regardless.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That shit. Like
hot tub hot.
Yo, shout outs to the stunt man for doing this.
See, I did that on purpose because I didn't want to get the brother. I actually want to get the stunt man as much as I can get him. You can sell that mask. Look at the gloves on his hand. Woo. You can see the gloves.
They've got, I think in today's era when they do the fire, I think because we're getting better in terms of if you get like a proper special effects house that can do it properly, they can do it without having them to do this, which I think is great. If they can get the actual fire effects in tech,
you know what? I hate it when they do CGI fire, and it's like
you can tell who rushes it and who doesn't. That's the thing. That's what sucks.
God, man, you know what I mean? It's like wow. So y'all looked at it twice before y'all said good. Nobody, like whatever.
Hey, my man's internally in his head was like this.
I knew you was gonna use that.
Tell me what I'm about to die, nigga.
Hey,
my man was, the fact that he said Leon with his last breath charred up to a crisp. Leon.
So my man's like, no, it's Leon. Echoes.
do.
The echoing Leon. Somehow it echoed all the way to freaking North Africa. My man gets a letter 2 weeks late, by the way.
My man, that dude, his brother's wife got the audacity to talk about, you didn't get here in time. I'm like, bitch, he's in North Africa. What did you think was going to happen? Like, come on.
Also, I got a question. I got a good question. Did I leave you with a number? No. I just want to know. Because when I woke up today, I didn't wake up an asshole. So I just want to know. Did I leave you with
understand. Once he got the letter and saw what it was about, he had to put on this face.
I know, right?
To ask for permission.
Man, can I see my brother, nigga?
It's like, bro, this thing came 2 weeks ago.
Why
am I just now getting it?
Man's white privilege couldn't help him out in that situation. But then again, that's
man.
Is this like white privilege negating each other?
No. See, the Belgium to French people are like, I don't know, nigga. So the point is this. Because
here's the thing.
About, bro.
Hey, if Leon was a black man played by Omar Sy, they would have fucking pistol whipped his ass for even asking to fucking go home.
I like, you know what, Chris? Here, a gold sticker for the actor pool. So I'm just
hey, Omar Sy is French, so it works.
First of all, this would be a bad movie version. Leon being played by Boris Cujo would have got shot, and we would have had no movie after that.
To this day, I want Boris Cujo to actually be in the film where he speaks German. That's gonna fuck some black folks up because there's some black folks that don't know that he knows how to speak fluent German, like straight up.
So I don't know, man. I don't think that's ever gonna happen, man. I don't think the opportunity in the capacity that we wanted will show up.
But can we really point it out that this shot of Leon, this is a better Guile than him playing Guile in Street Fighter.
Because I think it's the aspect of what the movie wanted. Because you think about the Street Fighter movie, that director was really trying to do a lot. and it was just wacky and zany. And meanwhile,
I
like you
think he
said,
was
with
trying
this
to make
movie,
he was really trying to make it an action film. He was trying to make it palatable for everybody to see.
in this movie, this does feel like what if William F. Gow had to deal with some shit, and it's like, all right, I can see that.
Now, I didn't bring this up. But last time we talked about Jean-Claude Van Damme, of course, it was on Bloodsport, and very good episode. Everybody go back and listen to that one. It's a very fun episode. But one of the things that we brought up was, about good old Frank Dukes. Now, here's the fun thing I learned about this situation. Now, Frank Dukes has credits on 4 movies of Jean-Claude Van Damme's, and this is one of them: Bloodsport and Lionheart. Lionheart is one of them. As a fight choreographer, Chris, I'm about to get there. So I looked around. The only thing I found of proof that he did this shit was some of the people who did the stunts on there saying that Frank pretty much shadowed Jean-Claude and didn't really do anything. He just got credit for it.
So he got a check for just being there, essentially.
You know what you should do, Carl? You should punch that one time. Oh yeah, I think that'd be good. I punched that time. That's all he pretty much did.
I still don't believe he was.
Frank got a participation check.
Pretty much. But yet, if there, I haven't seen like top credit of where it said fight choreographer for this movie.
He got it for Only the Strong. That one I know, I still question that because I'm like, I think Mark Dacascos just was like, no, I'm doing the fight coordinator.
I call bullshit on all that. He's like, I think Frank got his name up there.
That's what I'm saying. I think Mark Dacascos was just like, I did the fighting coordinating, but I just
now here's the one. Here's the one interesting thing in the situation right now where basically they tell Leon they basically take Leon because he was like in jail or something. They was going to put him like in the hole.
They were going to put him in the basically put him in a
sweat box.
Yeah, sweat box. Which
and
wow,
in the middle of North Africa.
Which, by the way, y'all, I gotta say again, I just wanted to go home and see my dead brother.
My man,
anyway,
my brother could be dead by now.
Meanwhile,
remember his brother didn't even die yet.
Dog, and this is the thing. So he fights his way out, and then we notice somebody he's fighting, and it's like, oh my god. For whatever reason, we got Billy Blanks in this movie getting tripped up, kicked in the stomach, and rolled out the way.
That was an easy catch.
Tripped up, kicked in the stomach, and rolled out the way. I got a question. Why did you say, hey, I got a choice between a Honda Civic and a new Z? Fuck that Z.
I have a question. Why does Billy Blanks get completely steamrolled, but the other guys he drops one bead of sweat against?
I don't know.
Justice for Billy Blanks.
I know this is random.
Justice.
Yeah, we do. Here's the thing, y'all. Let's just keep it real. Outside of the black man that stays beside Jean-Claude for the rest of this movie, black people are 0-3 in this movie. Okay.
Even then, with good old Hudson,
okay,
we found out my man was the top fighter until that white woman, the Jezebel, ruined it. Killed his mojo immediately.
Not just killed his mojo, but bro, all right.
What if Balrog was broke or something?
I wanted to say the whole thing about Joshua later.
Yeah, Joshua, my bad. I don't want to say Hudson.
I really wanted to say that for later, but yes, just jumping ahead real quick.
Joshua.
So Joshua, we find him doing the world's very first bum fights.
Yep.
Is it bum fights? Because everybody's looking pretty decent looking. Bum fights implies they look very just fucked up beyond belief.
Well,
Joshua, who you ask?
First off, D, you deserve 5 gold stars because you got this nigga eating KFC chicken.
In the original KFC box.
With the original KFC box. Perfect.
You know what, Chris? Me and Eris was talking about this when we were watching Rocco's Modern Life. Like a joke happened where we knew nobody laughed at it but me and Eris, and we said, "Hey, Steve Hillman up in heaven." We laughed. And that's what you just did for me. Thank you, Chris.
Because bear in mind, I think I saved all the videos. I didn't see the Joshua one, but just now seeing, I was like, I would have picked the KFC one too. You're right. I would have.
It's the best one.
It's the best one because it's like I should be mad as a black person. They made this nigga eating chicken out of a bucket, but I'm not mad. I'm not
hold on.
It wasn't like
tear that shit up like a Negro should.
I really think that
$5 G's in his pocket. I'd be tearing some KFC.
Bro, I really think that was a set. I think that was actually like an actual set. It wasn't even just all chicken. I really think somewhere in that box, that man got a biscuit and some mashed potatoes, bro. That is a set.
Hey, them KFC biscuits were elite back in the day.
Yes,
they were elite.
Yeah,
unmatched.
That's when they were still pumping all that lard into it. That was killing all those people in the Midwest.
Hey, look. I didn't want to believe people when they said that the food in the 90s is different now. But you know what? You're right, Aaron D. They did give us lard in that food, and it was excellent.
Boy, look, man. Look. I'm glad we as a people, we as human beings learned that we cannot do that and have a healthy life.
Yeah.
I miss that shit. I fucking miss half that food. Yes, I do.
So
the 90s was
so real quick, y'all. Leon goes from steamrolling everybody in the French Foreign Legion, which makes me ask the question: you don't need a whole army, you just need him.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
You really just need him. But that aside, my man hops on a Jeep, rolls out into the desert, and somehow that Jeep
turned into Uncharted immediately.
No, it did turn into Uncharted because
I like how they made it look like it was good.
Because I want to know how much gas was in that tank? Because you managed to run that shit out, and then you're on foot in the next shot.
Look.
All right, I got a question. Real talk. How long was he walking, really? Because I have this feeling like he was only outside for about 20 minutes.
Here's the weird part. They say they were in North Africa, and they made it seem as though they were on an island. And I'm like, there's no island as far as I know in North Africa. So,
well, yeah, there's several, but even then, that's not.
No,
Chris,
he was
the point is this.
He was trying.
The point is this, Chris. He got to the coast way too quick.
Yeah, he was trying to get to the coast.
Well, we didn't see the nighttime shots of him walking, so.
Yeah, we get the whole Arabian night. We didn't get none of that shit.
No, you're doing it wrong, Chris. First of all, we didn't see him get picked up. We didn't see him get picked up and taken to a freaking hut and him being asked, why do the French Foreign Legion cross the Rue Hali?
I do use going to say that.
First off, Eris, time out. I find it funny that Jean-Claude. I find it funny. Look, I love Uncharted 2. How is it that we followed Nathan Drake for 2 days and 2 nights going through a fucking desert? Jean-Claude got through that shit in 1 day and night.
Because here's the difference. If you play that scene, you notice that Nathan Drake, he goes in a complete circle. Dumbass. I said just walk straight. I don't know why he just say, hey, I'm going to turn for no fucking reason. That's dumb to me.
I remember appreciating.
See, Jean-Claude don't go by those rules.
I remember appreciating Naughty Dog for actually showing the passage of time. They didn't have to do that shit, but I was
they showed it. They was trying to make that dramatic as hell. No, here's D's problem. The second you get to the stage, oh shit,
suddenly burst of energy out of nowhere.
Folks, that is the funniest scenes ever because it's such a knee jerk. He kicks open the door and some dude with an AK is like, oh shit, Drake. I'm like,
I don't even think he even kicked the door open. Like he stumbled. No,
yeah, he stumbled.
Yeah, you gotta remember. This is Nathan Drake. Nathan Drake literally stumbles his way throughout all 4 Uncharted games.
It's so abrupt because Nathan Drake had like 3 shots left in his pistol, and somehow he had enough to fucking kill the dude, and now he got an AK. I'm like, bro, come on, man.
You go
Jones that killed me.
You go through that whole thing and manage to pull out an AK, a sniper rifle, several pistols, a rocket launcher, all of that shit just to get rescued by.
You want to know the truth? By Salim. Hey, Eris, You want to know the truth? Hey D, yes. How many people who did you kill with more? Nathan Drake or Solid Snake? Wow, probably Nathan. Probably Nathan. Holy shit.
Which made
wait,
it
wait,
even
wait.
which I gotta admit,
Those are four
that's what made
solid
that's
games.
what, that's what made the
People
final.
shut-
D, best line ever. I'm sorry, Chris. Best line ever from Uncharted 2. How many of my men did you kill just today? How many?
I was gonna get to that because even the main boss is like, look, I might have snapped a couple people's necks and horribly killed them, but you killed like about 100+ guys. Like, I'm just saying, man, who's really the bad guy here? Like, come on.
Even Liquid Snake ass solid. Like, bro, how many people, like, how many genome soldiers did you kill on your way here to fight me in Metal Gear?
Liquid, how many people did you kill just to get that high D? Whoa, brother.
This isn't about me.
That's
It's
not the
about you.
question.
Also,
Slow your roll, brother.
there should have been another option in Metal Gear where Snake is like,
Ease back.
there should be another option in Metal Gear where Snake is like, actually, I didn't kill anybody. I tranked like 56 guards. So
It's not my fault that you.
I didn't really kill anybody if you really think about
Well,
it. I actually
yes,
tranked Sniper
you
Wolf, so
did.
she's technically alive in the desert. She's just faking that she got killed. So,
Like, I don't know about
Hey,
you.
no,
Liquid.
Eric,
I've, been running,
hey, Chris.
I've been running around with this handkerchief and the SIG spray.
Agree.
don't know what to tell you, man. Everybody's still alive.
Knocked
Vulcan
out.
Raven, Vulcan Raven is still there. Just he got like 20 darts inside of him.
I was
He's
about to
still
say-
alive. Like
No, I was going no. I was just about to say Vulcan Raven. Like, where's Vulcan Raven's body? Nigga, you ain't gonna believe this shit. Crows came out of nowhere.
The Ravens.
I
The
just
Ravens came.
I just tranked the nigga. The birds
Dog,
thought he
you
was
ain't-
dead.
You ain't no, that's just the best part. You ain't gonna believe this shit. Look, I gotta be honest with you.
Psycho Mantis
When a
is still
black
trained.
person, everybody, when a black person go, hey man, you ain't going, you ain't going. That is a 75% chance that he is telling the complete truth.
I'm gonna say that shit. I was say
Man,
that shit.
you
Like,
ain't gonna believe this.
first
nigga.
off, this
First
nigga
off, there
first
was
off-
2 dogs.
No, I'll be like, first off, this nigga sat there and said he is big in shaman. Never seen a shaman nigga in my life, man. I don't know what to
I
tell
don't
you.
know what I'm like big and shaman. Shaman, that shit you put on your ass. I don't know what you're talking about.
Giant and shake.
Oh yeah. Side note. My man Gaultier is literally working out while these two gentlemen sorry, my bad. While these two guys are walking the docks, this dude is on this dude is on the boat stretching out and shit, and then rando black guys like get your ass down in the fucking thing and feel it. I'm like, whoa, where
I
you
like
come from?
I like how they always have in these movies, no matter where they at, I will call African pirate. And it's like,
Yeah.
what is his accent? African pirate.
There's nothing
He has
more
to be a pirate, D. You can't just be shipmate or dock
No,
worker or something.
African pirate,
in the-
African pirate, bald headed.
in this
Here's
moment.
the shit that
He
keeps
wasn't
One
even Af-
earring.
He didn't even have an accent. He was just a nigga named Tyrone on a boat.
See, D. I'm sorry, Chris.
It was a
Chris,
No
dude named
African
Michael.
accent.
No,
nothing.
Chris, stop. First of all, why we gotta do this? Why do we do this in these movies? You know damn well that he is too international to be named Tyrone. That nigga's name is clearly Kevin. All right.
That dude. His name is Ted Evans, and he's from Barbados. Yeah, I know. Don't sound like a Barbadian name. Well, 50 don't sound Barbado either. So whatever. Barbadian.
So
My man was stretching in the background, playing his day, and apparently him having on the fucking Canadian tuxedo, a blue jeans, and a blue shirt was enough to disguise him. I'm like, how did he not
Hey,
notice this
look.
guy up there? Like,
The shit that get me.
And he did basically. He's doing this work of just throwing coals into the freaking fire.
keep the ship
In the
running.
hopes, like just to get the ship running, in the hopes that the
get
ship
to
is
LA.
supposed to take him to LA.
They took his ass to New York.
And of
My
course,
man walked out and was like, "This ain't L.A. The hell is this?"
This is
One
not
look-
LA. This is the Big Apple. This is the Big Apple, the Rat City, where the
Saw the
Ninja
twin-
Turtles fight at.
Saw the Twin
no.
Towers and was like, "What?"
one look at this and said, This is pre 9/11 New York.
That dude saw them Twin Towers and was
This
like,
is
hold
where
on, this is not LA.
No, John Claude like this.
Notice the cold breeze outside.
Paris. Look, wait a minute. This is where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live. No, hold on, Eris. This is where the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles live.
Yes.
Keep it European, y'all. Keep it
Yes.
European.
I'm glad you kept tradition, D. Thank you.
Come on, man. Look, me and Chris.
I had to deal with that living over there, but go ahead.
Hey, Eris, here's the thing. Because I always like authenticity with shit. Right before we was watching the first Black Panther, I was telling Chris, like, nah, when you talk African, you gotta use the longer words and shit. You don't say white person, you use colonizer. It's like you gotta use these long. He's like, it ain't police, it's constable. Like, what the fuck?
It's like, what's the damn difference?
It isn't judge, it's my lord, nigga.
My lord.
Also,
you know what I'm saying? You gotta use that faux British mixed in with African, nigga.
It's just amazing. He gets to New York, he yokes up the African pirate and tells him, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to leave your island, and dives into the fucking water and swims to shore.
You brave, like excuse me,
dirty ass Hudson River and shit.
Like, excuse me, Claude. You brave, sir. You are quite brave.
I do not
and
get
look,
sick
the African pirate over there like this. Don't worry. You'll never survive as a white man in the middle of New York City when you just blend in with everybody else. You will never survive.
This man told him, you ain't got... He said, you ain't got no visa?
My dude is 1990s and he is white. You be surprised he can rent a fucking plane if he wanted to right now.
Oh my god, man. I'm sitting here and I'm laughing because he comes across the there's a big fight going down. As we said, our boy Joshua is organizing bum fights.
Well, before the big fight, we get to see Leon work a payphone.
Yeah, work a payphone. Hey kids, you remember payphones? You put 25 cents in and you can make a phone call.
What I loved about him in the payphone scene is, bro, he's talking to a legit operator. It's not that automated shit.
And the operator literally tells him, hey, the number that you're dialing is not there and we don't know the replacement number.
No, it wasn't that. It like the actual person in New York that he tried to contact through says, honey, I don't care. Like, if your sister, I don't care if your sister is the is related to the freaking mayor of New York. I ain't, if I don't hear the change drop, I ain't dialing the number.
Oh my god, man! I'm just dying though because like he's doing that, and again, it reminds me of using payphones, and that's a thing that you can actually talk to a person that can tell you if they had a replacement number or not. Because back in the day, like if you left a certain place and you moved to another state, you had to be like, oh, here's my number for where I'm going to be moving to, blah, blah, blah. If you so choose to do that, you didn't have to.
Right.
But, that's something I kind of had to remind myself of. I was like, oh, that's right. That was a thing. Damn. But them bum fights though, dog.
Yeah, the bum, like I said, we get to the bum fight section of this final fight movie. I think at this point we're at stage 2B. Mm-hmm. So
Joshua's setting it up. Everybody got money, and D, you want to hit his first challenger?
Man, I just got here, man. Hold on. I just got back. Hold on. Wait a minute, Joshua's. Oh, you mean the first dude that fought on John Claude?
The first dude that fought John Claude.
We got the bum fights.
We got to the bum fights. Where's this Negro at? This dude.
I had to put this in here because this is who he remind me of, and you're gonna die laughing, D. Our boy from Yakuza, Gary Buster Holmes, baby.
Bro, that is him. Holy shit.
Oh, that's the same dude.
It's the same dude.
That is Deontay Ashy Arrington.
I looked at him.
Random nigga in Harlem.
Look, I will say this. I feel black men in terms of who they got in like the 90s, it's either A, you a nigga with a high top fade, or B, you a nigga that just got his hair cut short. I feel like it's the video games and how they
That
really
crew cut.
it's like video games have gotten a little bit better, but they still
Ball
really,
head, ush bush. That's
you know what I'm
it.
saying? They really. I'm looking at you, Mass Effect series. I'm trying to get a fucking Black Shepherd, and the only thing I gotta go is either the fucking Marine cut, the fucking ush bush, like you say, or I gotta get some fucking stupid ass mohawk, and I don't want a fucking mohawk on the guy. Like it's like you're really not giving me much options here, game. You're really not. Like
No. If I remember correctly,
or cornrows.
No.
because, you know,
I remember the
everybody wants
standard. I
cornrows.
remember the standard 3, Chris. It was the afro, cornrows, or dreadlocks that don't move.
Bruh.
I will never forget how Madden changed the game when they finally made the dreadlocks move. And I remember when they finally got the dreadlocks to move, the quality dropped the very next year. It's interesting.
Hey,
very
be careful.
fucking interesting.
Be. I said it before, just like what I said about Batman, Arkham Knight. Be very careful for what you wish for.
I mean, you can't talk out loud ever if you're a fan anymore. So you know.
But anyways, he
whiz-aucious this
whew,
nigga.
my man, that man had no chance. He got like one good punch on fucking Cotier, and Cotier was like, "Oh, word." Got fucking damn 10-pieced and then some.
No, he instead of taking the punch, normally people say, "I ate that little nigga." Instead, Van Damme just says, "A light snack."
Yeah. And I like how as he's counting the money and puts the money back in Joshua's shoulder, he's like, hold on, man. You get how much money you give me?
He's like, you ain't give me enough money.
You ain't give me no money. You ain't give me no money.
He's like, man, listen, you might know how to fight, but you can't count word for like goddamn.
You know what, man? I know some people in today's era, and I don't want to shortchange people. I think a lot of folks would have thought he was problematic, but you know what? I liked him. I ain't gonna lie. I
love him.
I don't think they would. I would think people.
He was a great character.
Yeah,
people would say he's problematic or
he's too stereotypical.
Or he's very stereotypical. What is it? Here's one of the things y'all also got.
He was the most relatable if you think about it.
He really is.
Like I said, this is the other thing y'all got to realize. Black people didn't have a lot of options. So, I mean, like, you know, yeah, I know it's dumb, but come on, man. He got his moment. Trust me, he gets his moment.
Funny enough, I could see Art Evans playing that character.
I could too.
For some reason, I thought it was Art Evans the first time we went back in there. It's like, oh, yeah, it wasn't him.
Nah.
Him at all.
Nah.
Harrison Page.
Like Joshua in this movie, if played by Art Evans, he would have already showed signs of the salt and pepper.
Oh, side note, Harrison Page, he was also another actor that hit some blaxploitation movies because he was in Trouble Man.
He was in Trouble Man.
Harrison Page, dude to play Joshua.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, so you know, it's pretty great. Pretty great.
Could I also point out before that fight, when we see Leon walking through the streets of New York, I like how all it took was one stroll down a block for him to look up and say, "America."
I know, right? I've made it.
No, this is more like, all right, homeless people, bums on the street, trash everywhere. Can't catch a cab to save my life. I'm in America, all right.
Here's me. Hey, John Claude. Come here. My parents went to France. It's dirty as fuck over there. Shut the fuck up.
Technically,
every person I hear that go over to Paris say the same thing. Y'all some nasty motherfuckers.
Technically,
beautiful city, gorgeous city. Why is there trash everywhere?
No, technically, in his case, this dude has been in North Africa.
Yeah, North Africa.
For God knows how long.
North Africa's pretty clean. Pretty clean.
Yeah,
pretty clean.
But his ass was out in the desert.
Well, desert better be clean.
So D saying, so beggars can't be choosers, nigga. Shut the fuck up. You could be back in North Africa inside that box,
dying of heat exhaustion.
But that would mean that he would have lost to Billy Blanks, and we can't have that. Apparently,
no. Niggas got it. Black people got to lose in this movie.
Gotta give the dub to Billy Blanks. So
Shit, and by the way, we are 0-2 with Blackfire.
I just gotta say though, because no sooner than they do that, they come upon another opportunity with old girl, the our villain of the movie.
Yeah, let's go ahead and introduce her, D.
Roll that beautiful beam footage there, D.
Yes, the villain of the movie.
Yo, Rich.
And her henchman. You gotta hit the henchman too.
Yeah, let's get her.
Hold on. First off, Rich and Evil Incorporated. First
Yes,
off,
Richard.
She didn't have no business. It's just Rich and Evil Incorporated. That's it.
and her head goon.
I bet you put Skippy.
That's a perfect name, Skippy.
I went through like 4 nicknames before I got to Skippy.
Also, I love
played by
Our
one
boy.
Brian Thompson.
I love
All right,
Brian.
look. I know it probably won't happen, but Brian Thompson, this short dude right beside me is my best friend, and he wants to interview you so bad.
We gotta find him.
Hey,
at a
if you
convention.
want to know why, your ass should have never been in Cobra. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
See,
Wait,
loves you a
no.
lot,
No. I loved him in Cobra.
That's what I was saying.
Like, did he have any business in that movie? No.
No, that's what I was saying. If you want to know
You
why
were
he
too
loves
good
you,
for that movie, sir.
that's what I'm saying. If you want to know why he loves you so much, nigga, you should have never been in Cobra because now you got a fan for the rest of your life.
It's like I hated you as Shao Kahn, but I loved you as the night slasher. That is the most awesome.
it was
80s
glorious.
name ever.
Look, Brian
Speaking of
Thompson.
which, we spoke about Brian Thompson when we did Mortal Kombat early this year. Isn't it funny? Like he was ripped technically in Mortal Kombat.
By the way, gentlemen, see how we ran it. We're running to both Brian Thompson and Billy Blanks. That makes 2 characters that were in Stallone movies. That both played bad guys, by the way.
Miss Evil Rich Lady. She runs a more higher end fight club than bum fights. So, she's.
I'll be honest with you. CJ. Cynthia, that's her name, by the way. Cynthia,
yeah.
like Cynthia takes the role of Mr. X, but we get to see what Mr. X does. She organizes fights and gets rich off of it. Probably one of the greatest get rich quick schemes ever to be pulled
It's
off
very
by
high,
like ever to be pulled off by a single white woman.
It's very high risk, high reward in a way because like all your money is going into these fights and who wins. So like if you put so much money into so like Jean-Claude comes into the fold and she's doing this thing where because we talked about this offline, she's doing her best to try to get into Jean-Claude's head and
She wants to swallow all of it.
All of it.
And Gaultier is not having none of it. Like he's just
you want to see like for all you for all you red pill riders out there, you want to see like the personification of a man who is about his purpose. Case in point, Leon. This man is about his purpose.
Yeah, he is.
Because he gets to LA after they before they got to LA. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Chris is crook.
No, I saw Chris. I saw him.
Chris is laughing.
But no, before he even gets to LA, they meet them in New York and he has to get his
initiation fight.
He gets that initiation fight. AKA he's got to fight what's his name? Bourbon.
Hold on, D. Cue it up. Cue up his
Now, if you want to know why I put it up there,
Hetero.
he said something incredibly incredibly manly, straight, and only a cis person would say it because he wouldn't say it if he had a pronoun. He said, "You." What do you say? You smell good.
Oh yeah. See, I wish you could have clipped it.
No,
I wish you could have clipped it.
I
No.
did.
I wish you could have clipped it, but I remember what he said. He's like, "You're too pretty to be a fighter. I don't know. I don't know if I should fight you or fuck you." And that made everybody lose their mind.
Now, I want people
Everybody's
to
like,
understand. I just like to point out here, this initiation fight, 10 G's. That means 5 goes to Joshua, 5 goes to Gautier. And I'm like, $5,000 in 1990.
But hold on. Before that, we have to observe the fight. Gentlemen,
Yes.
we seen this dude literally beat the shit out of the guy from the opening to Street Fighter 2. You know, the black guy who gets punched. Because first of all, he gets
Speaking
punched.
of which,
Hold on, dude. He gets punched in the throat. My man's holding on to his throat for dear life. You roll up to him and you got the nerve to throw out a line talking about some, hey, let's do lunch.
Like,
And then kick the guy in the nuts. Like, come on, bro.
I was like, yo, man, I'm like this dude who's flexing really hard.
I mean,
by wearing
no reason.
For a dude that's wearing a medium vest, he is doing a lot of chest thumping. That's all I'm saying here.
I mean, the fight is over in one instance because all it takes is a punch to the nuts and he is down. And I'm laughing because everybody's like, I'm just like, bruh, y'all shocked? There was no rules that said he couldn't fucking do a that's my purse, I don't know you, and just bam.
Yo, you are right, man. I just loved how he just looked it up. Bow.
Hey, look.
Hey, that wasn't in the rules.
That would put you down. And it wasn't like it was a graze, like a kick in the nuts. This was like a punch with power behind it.
Direct contact.
You know how we make fun of Gen Z saying if that happened, they'd be like, "Oh my god, why'd you do that?" If that was millennials here, like, "Oh my god, hey dude, man, you didn't have to hit him right there, man. Come on, man, what's your problem, bro?"
I mean,
no, man, no, cancel. No, you lost a fight. You lost.
Meanwhile, I'm like, look. Somebody asked me if I have to get into a fight. Look, I'm gonna pull a Gautier because I'm gonna be like Ric Flair, dirty player in the game. Fuck that. Nope, my livelihood's at stake here. Nope.
Really?
It
really which, by the way, he did that. He did the pocket sand.
He did that early in the movie.
He did that early in the movie.
Caught them Legionnaires with that jump, man.
The Dale Gribble special.
But no,
they'll never see it coming.
But this fight, his initiation fight, bro. This man literally fought Bourbon from Streets of Rage 2.
Man, right?
Because didn't this whole fight take place in a garage?
First off, 3 gold. Look,
look. 3 gold stars for what?
Folks, I want you to understand something. I love this movie because just like Street Fighter, only thing that's missing is garage. Poolside. They hit everything. Poolside, garage.
Let's be honest.
Also, y'all, by the way, not an ounce of ass in this picture. Not one second of butt cheek in this picture.
My man is wearing a pink Speedo. Why?
No. Check out my man. No, check out my man over there with the blue right there. With
the Adidas swim trunks.
I don't know if there's Adidas shirt trunks, whatever they are.
You got 3 stripes. You look Adidas.
It's 3 stripes. It's Adidas.
No. Here's my thing though. He a hoe and he letting the girls know what's.
I know, right?
What?
Look at my gains. Bam.
All you gotta do is slip inside, baby. You know? Yeah.
Hey, check out season 5 of Miami Vice over here next to the bikini.
Boy, he is so gonna do a line of coke off her titty.
Now you see, this is what happens, gentlemen.
Hey, Eris.
What?
Girl with the white right there, she a freak. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man,
I can appreciate that, but
she's a freak.
No,
she's a freak.
but listen. No, go back to that. Go back to that picture.
Well, wait. We're still...
I need to point out something. See, this is what happened, people, when we've been so conditioned to seeing natural as well as BBLs that you don't take the time to appreciate what 1990, aka 1987 Part 3, is holding on to.
First off,
Boy, think about it.
Look, there were black women that look better than these broads.
They were.
I know because
hold on,
right now,
hold on, Chris. First of all, you're not going to see any of them in this movie because number one, we're on the high side of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, I know, right? We're not.
You know, here's the funny thing. Right now. Right, I mean, not right. During that time, there was this dude in Seattle. Hey man, what's wrong, man? I gotta get into the studio. Why? Nah, I just gotta say how I feel, man. Yo, man, go ahead. I like big butts. Hey, Mix a lot wasn't playing that day.
Hey,
balls.
One was it not Rick Berman? What's his face? White dude from Def Jam.
Rick Rubin.
Rick Rubin was the one that sat there told Sir Mix-a-Lot. So you might want to pause that song out because you got a hit. And he wasn't lying. That's what made real quick. That's what made Sir Mix-a-Lot telling that story so funny. He was like, he looked at Rick Rubin like, "You sure, man? Baby got back." And he's like, "No, you got a hit. You got a hit."
Dog. I gotta be honest.
He called it back then.
He called it. He's like, "No, you got a hit. You got a hit."
Look, I hate to be that one. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny. When a girl walks by with an itty bitty waist and that round thing in your face, you get sprung. Those is bars. That is actually those are bars.
My man to this day is still like Sir Mix-a-Lot. People don't understand. He owns his masters and all that shit. He ate off of just that song and he's been caking since. Like
one of my favorite songs he actually made was My Posse's on Broadway. I really love that song. I actually like his first 2 albums. Sir Mix-a-Lot is hip hop. People really need to understand that.
He ain't one hit wonder. He actually is hip hop. Like
he was not a one hit wonder. He was one of the first West Coast people. He was in Seattle of all cities to do that. So yeah,
to Seattle, the home of Starbucks.
Sir Mix-a-Lot is hip hop, y'all. He's hip hop.
I'm just saying, like my man. Both of them get 5 G's a piece after that one hit. And she's telling them, "Hey, come, stay in here in New York." He's like, No, I have to go to LA. And he doesn't tell her why. And I like Joshua. Joshua sticks up and was like, No. If my man got to go to LA, that's his business.
It's like, we'll be back. We'll be good and ready. And of course, Cynthia ever so being the persistent one. Well, what if I can arrange a fight for you in LA?
We got an LA branch.
We do have an LA branch. I'm like, y'all got branches?
Texas branch.
Boy, there's one in Chicago.
Texas, Florida, Chicago.
No. It's like
DC.
Texas. No, I know it ain't one in DC, but I guarantee you there's one in Miami.
Okay, that's Florida.
Okay, it's got to be a city that
Dallas or Houston in Texas, though.
That's Dallas.
To Dallas Fort Worth.
I'm gonna
say it Dallas.
Come on, this is first of all, this is a high class, upper echelon, top 1% chick that we're dealing with.
Also, that's Dallas. I'm about to say during the oil rush, that's definitely Dallas.
And also the TV show Dallas.
And you're probably saying like
for Florida is 2 spots: Daytona and Miami Beach.
Oh man, can you imagine Fight Club Miami Beach edition?
Okay. Here's the one that nobody will see coming. Kansas City. What? Nigga. The fights that go down in Kansas City.
That's your Midwest right there.
That's what I'm saying. It's just the one city you would not expect to be like, really? Nigga,
do they have a Vegas branch? Let me ask you guys this. Do you think they have one in Vegas?
Do? No. Here's me. Actually, we don't. See, the mob is really, really like They don't like us out there.
Okay.
I know it's 1990. They're gonna be gone.
Stop
in a
right
couple
there,
years.
D. Stop right there, D. Need I remind you that once again, this is a very rich white woman.
It's true.
So what? Nikki Santoro was still out there during that time.
Hey, guess what? This is 1990. Nikki Santoro is buried alive with his brother.
No, he's
You
not.
and your fucking brother.
Yes, they
No,
were.
no,
Nigga, it was
Eric.
1980. It was 1980. Remember?
Yeah.
No, it
1980.
wasn't, man.
was.
No, it wasn't, Eric.
Yes, it was.
Look, you know as well as I do. They went on the sticks. They met his boy, and they all
You and your fucking brother. No,
Sorry. To this day,
Look,
that is the
double
funniest thing.
3 bats.
Get the 3 man.
There are moments in movie history where you have characters that do a fuck you action towards a character. That was the best fuck you action ever. He's like, no, that's my brother. He just looked at him like,
He looks
Fuck
at
you.
it. No, Chris, you gotta remember. Frank Vincent looks at Joe, looks at his brother, looks back at Joe, swing. When you hear that metal ping. But I'm willing to. All right, fuck it. I'll say it. No balls. You have no balls.
First off, if that was me as Nikki, I would have already been like kick somebody in the nuts and try to get out.
I'll be honest with you. I
don't know, man.
No,
you got
real
the.
talk.
You got
hit me with
you got
3
these
bats.
big. No, first of all, you got these 2 big ass Italian goons on top of you. I don't know how you getting out of that.
Fair enough.
No,
But nah.
No, you got bad. You look, 3 bats hit me. I'm acting like I'm dead already.
So
No, you know, I tap. No, you win.
nah,
Just bury me, nigga. Just go ahead, just bury me.
Oh man. So basically, D, you want to cue up the street gang as Leon and Joshua are walking the streets of
now this
New York.
is the most random thing in the world.
Very
They're
random.
I mean, they're like, all right, we're gonna go across the street and try to get try to use a phone. As they walk up, you see like a little ice cream truck. You see this Stokey Carmichael ass nigga swing out like, well, you are now about to hear the sounds of Shalimar. It looked like he was about to do that.
Hey, D, first of all, I needed to know what was Stoney Jackson's cousin Tracy doing up in
Man, look, man.
doing up in Harlem?
Man, look, Half Force came out.
Who knows? No.
Might be a brip.
I'm calling them what they were when I saw this movie, bro. Okay, so the Mad Gear Gang decides to show up.
I mean, seriously.
No, Eris, Mad Gear, Upset Crew.
The Mad Gear Upset Crew.
They're the B Squad. You know, when you can't get Rolento and Saddam.
A quarter of force, not full force. A quarter of force.
No, I got you guys. Basically, the this set of Mad Gear Gang is only all the black dudes with the yellow dreads and the skinny guys rocking the yellow hoodies. It's just them.
Oh my god. Yo, Duck King and his boys will roll these niggas.
Dog.
With the bird.
I love how Joshua pulled the fucking black old man strip and wrapped that fucking phone cord around old boy after he gave him 2-piece. Meanwhile,
Yo,
wait. Hold on. Did y'all notice that Joshua did a full Tekken style carry combo
Really
to
did.
the phone?
Yes. My man kept
I like how to the phone. I was like, yo, wall carry? We got wall carry combo.
No, hey Chris. We already doing the Yakuza aesthetic. He grabbed him, hit triangle, punch, throw him in the joke, wrap it up.
Yo, he looked at my man and was like, "You want a piece of this?" My man was like, "No."
I'm more mad because dude looked at
you let a nigga that got a limp leg roll you.
Like, no, I'm mad because his introduction, all of this fanfare, all this. First of all, my man like literally pumped himself full of air just so he can walk up, like roll up on Gautier, right?
Hey, Eris. I like that you were in this scene. Yeah, the nigga right behind the dude right there with that was you.
Wait, hold on. Wait, which one?
The brother behind the one dude with the jacket on. That dude, dude with the dude with the GU the tank top on. That dude. I say that's you, y'all. I say that's him because at the end of that scene, right? Why was all these black folks just laid out on the ground?
Today's your lucky day, punk.
Yeah, it just ran on.
He was the smart one. I'm gonna keep it real.
Oh, black people.
No. I'm sorry. He was the smart one because we just seen Muscles from Brussels, who is all 5'7", beat everybody's ass, and the dude that's like 25 years older than him washed the leader.
So
carry
black
combo.
People are 0-3.
So here's the thing.
Well, hold on. If you count that whole game, technically, that's 0-7.
I don't know. I know 0-6 because we don't count my man that said. So technically, it's 0-6-1 because the ties. My man said, "No, I'm not doing this shit."
Oh my God! Look, man, look. The thing is this: it's not a bright day for the Negro race in this movie. Is what I'm trying to say.
Unless you're Joshua, that's it.
Joshua apparently is the only nigga getting money.
So my man calls it a favor to Cynthia, and Cynthia basically sends him a plane ticket. And well, there was no Spirit, so I'm assuming what plane do you think they flew?
TWA.
TWA?
No.
TWA.
No.
Pan Am.
It's 1990, bro. It's
Pan Am was kind of who ended up buying out Pan Am?
Midwest. I think Southwest or no, Continental did. No. Okay. You know what? I gotta read this one. I
remember Pan Am kind of existed to like the mid-90s, I think.
Yeah. I'm gonna know. Hold on.
Yeah, because I was like, Pan Am. I remember they were kicking around for a minute when I was like in middle school.
It had to be 1991.
Wow, I thought they existed into mid-90s.
Nah, 1991 is when they ceased.
Wow. Yeah, I can see Pan Am. I can see Pan Am easily on their last leg. If this was Lionheart today, you're flying Spirit, nigga. All right.
Nah, yeah. You get right on there. No.
Frontier.
Oh, you want to know who bought Pan Am?
Who?
Delta.
Ooh, wow. Didn't expect that.
Yep.
Huh. No. Here's the thing. You right there. You said that.
Bought him for $1.4 billion.
Woo!
Man.
You know, man, that's a lot, man.
Pan Am was the big plane company at the heyday, so that makes sense.
Right there, that remind me of that show on American Dad. They beat up all these people in the airport. She was like, "What plane you getting on?" Frontier. They'll finish the job. I'm gonna be honest with you. I told this to somebody. Look, as a person that got on Spirit, I knew what I was dealing with, and I was fine with that. Frontier, no, you're not ready for them. Nobody's ready for. No, they are ghetto. See, Spirit is like, look, man, look, we get you there. Frontier's like, why you coming in here? I'm like, fine, sit down. I don't care. Sit down, whatever.
Spirit only, if it's an hour and a half, 2 hour flight, I'll take Spirit. Anything longer, nah, nigga, fuck that.
Nope. You ain't lying, nigga. I made the dumbass decision saying I'm going to San Diego on Spirit. You dumb fucker. Why did you do that, D?
I'm like, bro, me and Chris, we could have spotted you on plane.
Look.
Honestly, between me and you, Chris, we should have banned it together.
To be fair,
here's the fun part.
I got you beat.
Here's the fun part.
I flew Frontier 2017 back from San Diego. Never again. I knew no better. I thought Frontier was better than Spirit. Apparently, it wasn't.
Man, look. Spirit like this. Ha. See, Little Caesars tastes good when you really want pizza, huh?
First of all, you have not lived. You have not survived until you've been on those planes that have the two propellers on the sides of the plane.
Oh, I've been on that.
I ain't never been on a plane like that.
Yeah, I had to go for
I am afraid of that.
I had to go.
I did.
I had to fly that from my tech school in Wichita Falls, Texas, to Dallas Fort Worth Airport. Let me tell you something. That was some shaky ass shit. At one point, I'm thinking, so is this like where we just dive out with the just
I
My
had
dad,
I had to deal with that from LaGuardia to Syracuse.
Woo. My dad had to go from. My dad had to go from.
Never
I
again.
think it was. I think it
no
was.
more.
I think my dad had to go from like Wichita to Aspen. Now he had to go on a little thing. My dad told me this, and he mean it. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought, yeah.
He thought it was the Ric Flair shit when it was gonna crash and he might walk away
this
from
is it. No, not this. No, this is it. This is where it stops.
I'm out of here.
I'm out. Oh my god.
So guys,
Game's over.
guys, so guys, let's
The
we're
day
not
of
gonna.
Geechee's over.
I'm just gonna say
Yep,
we're
been
gonna
a good
call
run.
we're gonna call this section of the movie called Leon and Joshua's Adventures in L.A. Because let me tell you something.
I love LA. We loved it. That was the only thing.
Number one.
Wait, hold on, Chris. Before you mention, I wanted to ask
Man,
you.
you and me about to
I
make
want-
some
I wanted
money.
I wanted to ask you guys something real quick. Back in Harlem, like back in New York, did y'all notice the Carl's Jr. in the background?
I did. That was
Knowing damn well that Carl's Jr. did not exist in New York at that time.
I don't know what you're talking about. Carl's Jr.'s, they existed back then.
They did.
What? I had
No, it
one.
didn't.
You know how little kids make up shit that's totally ain't true. Like, nah, see, there's one like around the corner from my place. Yeah, I go there all the time. No, you don't.
D, listen. I used to thought they were called Berenstein Bears too, okay? But listen, the Mandela effect is not gonna work, nigga. That shit did not exist back then.
Man has a point. Yeah.
Man, you went to a Roy Rogers.
No,
You go to a Roy
you
Rogers.
go to Roy Rogers and think you had a Hardee's. That's different.
That's different. That's what. That's like that.
But you're not gonna convince me that a Carl's Jr. existed in the middle of Harlem.
Nah, man. You ever look at a movie all of a sudden like, man, I ain't know they had Kroger's in the middle of Massachusetts. No, the fuck they don't.
That's like going to Fairfax and finding a Holiday.
Like, nah, man, you ain't gonna find none of that shit. Like a Lawson in the middle of a fucking like there's a Lawson convenience store in the middle of Kansas. Like, no.
I like that. Or an AM PM in the middle of Miami.
Let me tell you something. They get
Godfather Pizza in 2022. Shut up. No one ain't.
so they get to LA. So we learned a couple of things. One, he gets there too late to the hospital.
Yep.
Because his brother's dead. Two, apparently off screen they caught the guys that burned his brother alive. Okay, sure. But in the process of this happening, hospital bills and all that shit left his wife basically broke as fuck. Yeah. And they're living in a trap.
A hospital bill in 1990 money. I'm pretty sure that was like $500.
No. Probably more.
I actually think
I say 5 G's tops.
You think so?
I actually think it was 2 G's. And you also got to remember, this is during that really, really fun part of the Bush administration where he was like, suffer.
Oh, wait, I almost forgot. Because the insurance did expire. So, that upped the price even more.
Yeah. So, they're living in a trap.
Brick, what up, little girl?
They're living in a trap. The little girl is played by, I forget. Hood.
She is played by Ashley Johnson.
She has done voice acting and she was in Recess. She was Gretchen in Recess.
Yeah. It's kind of funny that she's actually an all-star. I think she's the only other person. I hate saying it like that. Outside of Brian Thompson, she's actually the only person that got credit.
And like Ellie in Last of Us franchise.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yep.
Well, there you go. I said, she got it. I know she's still working,
it's weird seeing these a lot of the actors that grew up now that we see in the movies. It's weird seeing them they were in this movie.
Actors, all the kid actors. I would say this: the millennial kid actors were very versatile, very versatile. They used them like motherfucking Tic Tacs. It was done.
Hey, gentlemen, y'all know the garage fight.
Mm-hmm.
AKA the initiation fight.
Mm-hmm.
So the You know the guy who was mad that he lost and said I could kick this guy's ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know who that was?
Who?
That was Lawrence Bender, aka this guy helped produce a large number of Quentin Tarantino's biggest movies.
Lawrence Bender.
That name sounds familiar because Lawrence Bender, actually, if I'm not mistaken, he was actually one of the guys that actually put together Reservoir Dogs. If I'm not mistaken, it was him and another. They did a bunch of what a lot of people consider B movies. They produced a bunch of them during that time. And right before, there's a story with it. There's a real story with it. But I knew I heard that name before. So that's kind of cool, man.
I mean, because if you think about it, like, because now I'm looking at his whole thing. This is a guy that, like, yeah, he did a lot of basically a good. Actually, did damn near all of Tarantino stuff. Last movie he did though, Hard They Fall. So he's still out here working.
Yeah. Like I said, it's kind of funny. You look before that, it's like, wow, these are just B movie central.
But you think about it though, it is kind of interesting seeing a lot of these people that probably did dive into Hollywood as actors, and they somehow got tripped and hit into being producers and all those.
Yeah, a lot of them, and yeah, you said it's like. I think, and even in that,
like Alex Winter, for instance, Alex Winter went from like, oh, he's Ted, but he became a writer, and then boom, now he's doing documentaries.
If I'm not mistaken, just in that little group of people right there was like an actor, and two of those guys were like writers, and then you had Tarantino. Now all of them producers at this point. That happens. That always fucking happens that way, man.
But to be able to pivot in that way, that has to be pretty great because you're thinking, oh man, I can't act anymore, but oh, I can produce now. All right, shit. All
good to be white and Jewish, nigga. It's good to be white and Jewish. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
First off, we can't bring up Jewish folks. It's a little hot topic. Thanks, Kanye.
Well, I'm sorry. Look, Jewish people are great. One of my favorite Jewish people is Joel Silver.
Joel the Bump Silver, sir.
Bump.
Yes, thank you, Chris. I'm glad you remembered that.
Yes, the Bump. We love Jewish people.
I think that's why I'm pissed off at Kanye saying that. I was like, that's why I was pissed off at Kanye. I was like, Kanye, come on, man, Jewish people.
Yeah, nigga, we love Jewish people. On 3 Black Geeks, we love Jewish people. Fuck Sarah Silverman, but we love Jewish people, okay?
First off, that implies Sarah Silverman was actually funny in the first place.
You know what? Look, I get Sarah Silverman.
I get it. I get her.
She made me laugh a few times. Hell, there's actually one of my favorite episodes of Tom Goes to the Mayor. She plays a fat chick. I don't know why. She's not even saying nothing funny, but she has me cracking up the whole episode.
It's funny, you know, but nah.
She has her moments. She has her moments.
But she gets to LA, and as I said earlier, Gaultier's his brother's wife is just like, you got here late. I'm like, bitch, he was in North Africa. Did you really think he was gonna get? Come on, like,
how dare you come in here?
Do you have any idea what this man went through just to get here?
And he's telling her this too, like, do you know, like, literally, like you said, Sue, telling her, do you know what I had to do to get here? Like, really?
You want to know what I did?
And then hold on, and then she hits him with classic 1990 angry white woman response, which is, that's too little, too late. I'm like,
I'm sorry that you have to look double.
You should have thought of that.
I'm sorry that you have to.
Up.
I only had a one-word response to that. I'm like, skank.
Hey,
how dare you?
Hey, I'm sorry you have to work the double shift at the local diner down the corner here. You know.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to take time out of your busy schedule separating the red apples from the green apples.
Look, miss. I am so sorry that my brother was a piece of shit and he had you working a piece of shit job, and he was somewhat of an undercover cop, drug dealer. How's there no money in his house?
Also, you know, I did like in between that argument somewhere was info dump.
Yeah, there was info dump in that. Yes, it was.
There was quite a bit of info dump. Like,
then they had the audacity to look at him in his face and say, "I don't want your money." I'm like, "You are a fucking idiot. Take the goddamn money."
It was so awkward when, like, look, I give you the money. You
slid it under the door, and she opened the door. I was shocked she opened the door. I was really shocked she opened the door. I was like, damn. Okay, she opened the door.
What got me was what really got me was that he really refused to do another fight for Cynthia, you know, because reasons. And
because
unfortunately,
reasons.
he had to see a little girl with her mom, and they both happen to be living on the street.
Stranger.
And no. Isn't it funny? No, why is it always the little girls in this movie? They all just happen to be randomly playing with a random freaking void ball.
You know what I mean?
She called her
Here's funny.
uncle a stranger, and I'm like, damn. First off, your mom ain't shit to just not say that's your uncle.
I like how when he passed the poor child on the street, I was like, oh, look at that! It's a little like half black child with a white mama. I was like, no, her face is dirty as fuck. That's a white kid.
You know what, man?
This is Street Fighter. It's the Street Fighter movie, with the animated movie, because it's the Ryu in India giving a whole lot of cash for milk to the little girl.
First off, real quick. I don't think we talked about in that movie. First off, little girl, you didn't have to run to give him Ryu back his change. You could have just pocketed the money here. Like, mister, I got you. Keep the change for next time, little girl. What are we doing there?
But he did tell her, hey, don't worry about it. Keep it.
Nah, she wanted to be a good Samaritan.
Yo, somebody tap your mic. I'm about to say, we're getting that feedback sound.
Okay. Unless I'm too close or I'm doing something wrong.
Anybody else hear it?
I don't know.
I don't hear it.
I don't know. But anyway,
I can mute the mic.
Eris.
Yeah.
There's one thing that we did not talk about, though. There's one thing we did not talk about. This. The many different things that this movie had, different names that this movie had. Leon was the one I had on mine. That's what you see.
Who is? Let me ask, and I'll ask Sue this, and I'll ask Sue this because he done movies and stuff. Who is responsible for all these title changes? Because it's weird to me to have all these different posters and all these different names of the movie, and you just go with Lionheart, and it's like, well, why did you go through the process of having all these movie posters and stuff like that? You know, it's just weird.
Well, I can answer that. There you go. First of all, this title right here.
Lionheart.
Well, this cover that I like, Lionheart, Too Tough to Die. This is that time when you want to see the Street Fighter movie, you tell your mom you want to see it, but your mom is like, we got Street Fighter at home. That's supposed to be Guile. Why does Guile have a sledgehammer?
I feel this should be
sledgehammer. I was going to say, when did he have a sledgehammer?
I gotta be honest.
He had it when he was breaking rocks.
I gotta be honest with you. I gotta be honest with you. If they came out with the 4K steelbook of Lionheart, I need this cover as a steelbook.
I agree with you.
I need this.
But to go back to my answer, Chris, the reason why they come out with these different titles, it's just for the overseas market. You know, a movie called Lionheart doesn't necessarily it doesn't necessarily go too well, like when it comes to other countries. Now, this one called AWOL. These were one of the many working titles. AWOL,
to me,
AWOL, and there's one more.
AWOL gives too much hard target vibes, to be honest.
Like, Leon, I can believe that was like, you know, the French Belgium release type of thing. You know what I mean?
AWOL, though.
And a lot of these were actually from the.
I gotta be real. AWOL, Chris. AWOL. Look, to D, New Zealand or Australia. That's what they call it.
but no, there's one more. Where is it? This one.
I can really believe. That one I can really believe.
Now, Wrong Bet is supposed to be the working title at the time when they were filming, because they didn't have a title to go by, like, to call it Lionheart yet. So they were going with Wrong Bet.
That's a line near the end of the movie in the final
fight.
Thank
you. Which I was going to say, Van Damme actually worked in the working title into the movie.
Here's my thing.
If you think about it, it completely gives away the ending.
You know what, Eris? That's not D's concern. What's with that fucking building?
It's like Die Hard all of a sudden.
I know.
Bear in mind, folks.
Yeah, this looks it shows nothing.
I want people to understand something, because at this point we're gonna be all over the place.
Hold on,
this is where it gets interesting. The one time that he was in a high-rise building, is when he needed someplace to rest, and he was in evil chick's Cynthia's fucking penthouse. That's the only building
Yeah,
he was in.
The man.
he woke up butt naked underneath your sheets. Here's the
By
thing,
the
I got
By the way, gentlemen, there is a character. I noticed him when I saw it, but and I meant to tell you guys about it earlier. There's a gentleman in that mansion who happens to be the star of a movie that we did an audible for. One Jeff Speakman.
Yep.
Yeah, Jeff Speakman was in there. He was in the. He was
working security in that.
Let's be real. Jeff Speakman and Daniel Bernhardt are two other people that have worked alongside this director in different movies. So it makes sense to get those two guys because I think even Bernhardt has even commented on how, like, because Bernhardt took over for the Kickboxer franchise after Jean-Claude left. So they all kind of, it's weird because we talk about Hollywood circles and stuff, but in like kind of like the stuntman action circles, like Jeff Speakman, Daniel Bernhardt, even Jean-Claude, and some of these directors that have touched these people, they're all kind of like
people, Soto and all the rest of them.
Yeah, they all kind of travel in these same circles where they know each other in some different ways. So it does not shock me that Jeff Speakman is in this, like in this movie.
I laugh because
it's like a
Billy Blanks. Yeah, Billy Blanks too.
I laugh
it's a
because
blinking and miss it.
I laugh because Daniels was actually a part of this thing. He kind of separated himself from that little group, didn't it? Yeah. It was like, no, nigga, you're not no better than everybody else in this group, but whatever, man. The one thing that you can always count on with Jean-Claude Van Damme is his surprise looks. This is one of them right here. And this is my favorite one right here. I don't know why, but you can always count on Jean-Claude Van Damme looking like it. I don't know.
It's the bug eyes. It's the bug eye. It's the bug eye.
By the way, Canadian tuxedo.
I gotta be real, man. There are certain '90s attire that, like, I don't know, man, because you know nowadays in fashion they're trying to bring back certain looks from the '90s and early 2000s and stuff. Yeah, I mean,
Abel.
I gotta be honest with you. That is the wrestling singlet, that type of wrestling singlet I wore when I wrestled in high school. So that's standard quote.
I still point this out and say, I still point this out and say that this is the Abel.
My man, look,
this is Street Fighter 4 Abel.
It is Abel, but let's understand this. It was the wrestling attire of the Olympics during the time before they switched over to something else different. But also, it's weird too because, like D said, that's the type of attire that you wore to get with.
What's up?
Something to point out here. So in this shot, you see the lion tattoo on like on Van Damme's chest, right?
Very faded a little bit.
It is, but guess what? In one shot, it's here. The next shot during the fight, it's gone. And then when it comes back to him winning, and it's like complete, and then like it's back, but it's faded horribly.
Okay, it wasn't that because they were playing, they was fighting in that water, and they probably did it like once or twice or something like that. That had to be. Now, there's one shot in this movie that's very interesting. It's when he's following his niece and trying to see their day and all that, and something comes up that makes me say, deep. Why?
No way, D. I can't quite put my finger. I can't quite put my finger on it, but yeah.
Why? Why are there 4 Latino men with guns drawn? No, 5 Latino men with guns drawn on them across the street from an elementary school. You want to know the sad part about that? I can already tell you the story. Hey, man, let's drop my daughter off to school, boy. Hey, yeah, let's do that, man. Yeah, let's do that, Holmes. Hey, man, the whole family will go up there because we're so proud of you. Yeah. Whoop, whoop. Oh, shit.
The problem is somebody had a burner on them.
Yeah.
No, the problem, all of them niggas got weed on them. All of them got weed.
No.
Look, Mark over there, man. We're gonna go to jail, Holmes.
No, they don't. No one's actually got weed on them. This is the one time the Vargos took the day off.
The Vargos took the day off.
They took the day off. One of them, they all wanted to walk their friend's kid to school just to see them all. But one forgot to leave the burner at home.
D.
Hey man, look, we all had to be here for Rosita,
it just
man.
happens.
We all had to be here, man.
No, indeed, it just happens. It just so happens to be unregistered.
So
I'm just saying, why?
Well, you got number one. First off, the shotgun was a little excessive. To be real.
Second of all, if you're gonna have a shot like
Thank
this,
you. I agree. It's L.A. Don't question it.
Yeah, I'm not questioning. But here's my better
Rodney King.
Here's my better thing. Here's the better thing right there. If you're gonna give me a shot like this, at least have this in the background. You gotta be bad, you gotta be bold, you gotta be wild.
So D, you want to bring up the so obviously his brother's wife doesn't want the his brother's wife doesn't want the money.
No,
so he devises another way. As he's doing these fights in LA, he has Joshua go in as a life insurance agent and basically comes up with this lie like, hey, I got this check. Your husband actually filed a life insurance policy in case something happens to him.
A secret.
And she buys it. And so do you want to bring up the 3 fighters that he fights in LA?
Yes, the 3 fighters he fights in LA. The first one, which is really interesting, they're in a parking lot. Next thing you know, you see this dude with a cute show up. I'm like, what the hell?
Google McTavish.
Now played by Stuart F. Wilson.
Now, who is Stuart? Does he have? Is this one of those dudes like nigga? The List is he one of them?
Bruh, this man was in this movie, The Rundown, The Unit, Blood and Bone, and what else was he in? Oh, he was also in. Hold up, D. He was in Crystal Skull, the Indiana Jones movie, Looper. G.I. Joe Rise of Cobra, G.I. Joe Retaliation.
He is a stunt man. Actually, it's funny.
That's a stunt man.
Here's the kicker. He ended up becoming the unofficial stunt double for Bruce Willis.
He did. He looks
So again, everybody.
I'm mad that you gave him 2 Micks in his name. You got McDougal McTavish.
Here's the thing.
Because what I found out was the 2 other names I gave him. I was like, D, that's Irish. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's what ended up happening.
I'm just laughing because all it took. Because we talk about this when I say that he became
the shit out of his ass.
Because when I say he became the unofficial stunt double for Bruce Willis, I mean this because it started right at Live Free or Die Hard, and Bruce Willis must have liked him to where they was like, "Hey, I need you for every fucking movie I am in."
Dog, that is so funny. That is just so
because
funny.
he's stunt double for Bruce. Let me run it down real quick. He's a stunt double for Bruce Willis in Cop Out, Red, Expendables 2, Looper, Fire with Fire. That's a Bruce Willis movie. G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Wow.
The Good Day to Die Hard, Red 2, The Prince. Again, these are all Bruce Willis movies. Vice, Precious Cargo, Marauders, First Kill, Death Wish. Yes, that fucking Glass. Blood and Money, Survive the Night. Bruce Willis's latest movie, Vendetta.
This is what I keep telling y'all. Stuntmen are very important to Hollywood.
Especially Bruce Willis.
I need y'all to understand that stuntmen are very important because Bruce Willis saw a guy that had his physique when he was 26 and said, yeah, you can blame me.
But back in the day, my man had a whole head of hair and was McDougal McTavish.
McDougal McTavish.
And this guy is giving him the business until, Leon ends up, turning the counter. But who was the second guy he fought?
Second guy he fought was just some random dude, and this is the best I got, y'all.
Craig the Hopper Kowalski. I like that name, by the way. That is played by Magic Schwartz. aka
That name sounds familiar.
aka racquetball fighter, because they were fighting inside of a racquetball.
You really were. That is the most random place to fight.
Racket-
Racquetball court,
Boy,
really? Like,
no. Actually, that is actually up there because I always say if there's actual street fighting, it is the rich. Like, yes.
So
And it would happen on either a squash court or a racquetball court.
if you want to
One
know,
of the two.
if you want to know what movie he's well, actually a couple movies. One movie we talked about. He was a stunt actor in Stone Cold.
no.
Yes.
Of course he did.
And of course he's more known for Stallone's movie Over the Top.
Yeah, I can see that.
A movie I swear to you, look, everybody, y'all, I have made several promises over the years that we're going to do Over the Top. We were supposed to do it this year. We're doing it next year.
I gotta say though,
Eventually.
watching this movie though, I will say this is probably why like I'm so like, all right. I know D is gonna probably like look at me with a weird face. It's probably why after watching this movie, I had to think back to that movie with Terrence Howard and Channing Tatum fighting, where it was the same setup where they were fighting in different venues and shit. You don't remember that movie?
What movie is that?
It's called Fighting. It's called Fighting. It was Channing Tatum. Same premise, kind of sort of like Lionheart and stuff. Channing Tatum plays a guy. Yeah. He fights in different venues, and like the finale is in a penthouse in New York, and he's fighting the old boy from Stomp the Yard and shit. I forgot the dude's name, black dude, but yeah.
Was that the same movie with Lateef Crowder when he got punched in the face?
No, not him. No, that's not it. That's not it.
No. What was that movie? That was an MMA movie with Desmond Hunsu in it. Hunsu was in that one.
Never back down.
Yeah.
I was crossing it too.
Never Back Down is another one, but I actually kind of like that one a little bit more than
I like Never Back Down. I thought Never Back Down wasn't that bad. I thought
Fighting
it was corny, but it wasn't that bad.
Fighting was basically them trying to do Lionheart, except with Channing Tatum, and I'm like, Channing Tatum ain't the guy, but whatever.
He ain't that guy.
Go back to
dancing. Not that guy.
Go back to dancing, Channing. So who's the third guy? Our man,
finally. I love this dude's intro because first off, they're in the pool and all that. Next thing you know, you see this majestic Brazilian standing up. I'm like, what the heck?
This guy has a legit intro. Like
I know,
a legit fighting game intro.
It was a Tekken intro, really.
It was a Tekken intro.
Yo.
First off, the swimming pool league. That's messed up.
So if you want to know
wild kicks.
That is Paco Christian Prieto.
Ooh.
Wait a minute, I know who that is.
That
was the dude. That was the dude in wasn't that the same dude that was in we were just saying it
Only the Strong.
Only the Strong, right?
It might be.
He was in Only the Strong. He was in Only the Strong, this movie, Street Law, and Champions.
So who did he play in Only the Strong?
Oh, he was the lead bad guy.
Right? He was the bad guy. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
Yo primo, I killed you.
Yeah, the Mexican that tried his damnedest to be Cuban. Yes.
Yo, papi. All right. That's cool.
Navadio.
Yeah, see, hold up. Since we go, Jesus. Since we talked about the pool fight, let me bring
Mario 15 times. Let
me bring up like a goof real quick. Here's a continuity goof in this pool fight alone.
Just this pool fight, sir?
I'm talking about just this pool fight alone. There's plenty. I got plenty, but check it out. So during the fight, the pool, Lionheart gets a cut on his right cheek as he wins the fight and begins to walk up out of the pool. Before the scene fades out, we can see that the cut is gone.
It's obvious as shit because you're fighting the fight, and it's like the first time before later on he gets his ribs broken by the Legionnaire henchman. He gets scratched. You're like, oh shit, this dude fucking means business and shit. Because up to this point, he hasn't really struggled except for against McDougal, but that's only he got slammed into a fucking window of a car, and it's like,
nobody was expecting that to happen.
Yeah, so like him getting scratched, you're like, oh shit, this motherfucker needs business. But then he, like you said, he walks out the pool, and I'm like, so the 3 claw marks from Vegas is gone now. So
No. It's like
The claw marks from Vegas.
Claw marks from Vegas. No, Chris, it's actually even better. So you know how when you play Tekken, like Tekken Tag 2 or Tekken 7, whenever you get dirty or you fall into like some paint or whatever, it just magically washes off.
Bruh, I know, right? I be getting mad. I'm like, Tekken, you came this close. You could have kept that in. This close.
One of the best things, look, I used to love, was it Tekken Tag 2. Yo, I loved it because it's like, oh man, you can see all when they hop in the water, they get all wet, and it's been 5 seconds. It's been 5 seconds. What the hell, Tekken? This close. Heaven was that close to you. Heaven was that close. You just
isn't it the fountain thing where everybody gets wet?
The fountain.
It was one of the fountains.
The fountain, the water literally springs up, hits you, and you're like, "Oh man, the graphics look great," and he's dry.
Or better, or even better, unknown, like the unknown stage at the end of Tag 2.
The second part of it.
The second part of unknown stage, when you fall in that purple, you come out, you're completely covered, but then within 5 seconds, it's gone.
See, that I can accept because it's like otherworldly and shit and whatever. I don't know. I can accept it more than dropping it straight up H2O and being dry in seconds. I'm sorry.
It's simply goo. Okay.
Yeah.
Goo. Girl.
What is this goo? That is my essence. Wait a minute. So June, are you like a demon now? Like, how did this happen? Was like Ogre a part of this? Like,
you don't ask questions. You take the 15-hit air combo. She fucking lunges at your ass, and that's it.
Also, guys,
I'd rather take that tiger and hopping at me and taking that 15 hits.
Also, during that the pool fight, Leon's his lion tattoo just disappears.
It really does. It's like, is this a temporary tattoo from the fucking the little 25-cent shit that you get at the grocery store?
No. This is the director saying, "Oh shit, hurry up before he gets on camera."
Which is to me, that was too funny.
I really feel that was actually a legit goof.
Now,
I think it was one of those things when you saw it editing. Well, we can't go back and do nothing with that.
Like, there's nothing you can do to fix that.
Now, the whole movie,
try your best, get around it.
Movie, Leon has been doing a pretty good job of avoiding the Legionnaire goons. He's done a pretty good job. He's kind of the Legionnaires would miss him when he visits old girl at her place and stuff. They'll walk past the thing and he's walking out and stuff. There was a couple times that happened. So he's doing pretty good. Right after he gave her the first check, the little girl got his bike. He's sitting there in the alleyway looking. Boom. Legionnaire guy looks at his binoculars, sees his ass, and was like, "He's here." They cornered his ass in the alleyway.
These motherfuckers chase this dude through the alleyway. They have a short little 5-second. They have a little short 5-second encounter. I love how Brian Thompson pulls up on him. Hey man, everybody's coming for you. Hey, I think
is there something you want to tell us? Is there something you want to tell us?
Tell us, man.
He tells him in Night Slash, like speaking in Night Slasher.
Yeah, Night Slasher.
Like, Leon, if there's any problems, like, we should know about it.
Gotta be honest with you. I kind of was expecting him to fight Leon at the end, and I was disappointed that didn't happen.
Well, he did get kicked in the face.
I know, but like, were you guys kind of disappointed that he wasn't like the bonus boss at the end of the movie? Like, all of a sudden, he just.
I'll be honest.
Listen, Chris.
When I saw this as a kid, I definitely would.
Listen, you know for a fact that Brian Thompson cannot be distinguished yet goonish at the same time and try to be Shiva from Streets of Rage.
I kind of wanted him to be. So basically, what you're saying is he just plays the role.
It's either one or the other.
He's basically Billy Kane. I'll fight you, but he's told me not to.
No, he's Billy Kane. He's Billy Kane. Stick's gone, bro. He ain't got the stick. Therefore, he's useless. So
he's Billy Kane in Fatal Fury, the motion picture, where he comes in, makes his appearance, and was like, "Yeah, I ain't touching you. Have fun."
I'm sorry, Eris. I understand what you're trying to do for your boy. No, I just think his character wasn't written all the way out. They got to the end of the movie. What was the conclusion for him?
Boss lady is
That's a conclusion. Him getting
I
punched.
wanted to point out, gentlemen, did
Yo.
y'all like how he no sold that kick to the face?
Dog, that's how he looked afterwards. He slowly slid down. I was like, great.
I mean, if you think about it for a second. His boss is basically broke.
Hold up, when you I'm about to make a joke here. When you nut, but you're disappointed.
I mean, look.
Yeah, that is a you busting that. You know how they have the when they were satisfied when you like this SpongeBob drenched in garbage, like when you busting nuts or something disgusting.
When she brags about her box and you finally hit and you're disappointed.
Now
hold on, Eris. When you bust a nut and they keep showing the guy's face on screen.
It's like, I didn't come here for his face. Switch it over.
Bruh.
Worst cameraman ever.
Boy, you ever have one, look, hey, guys at home, you ever had one of those moments where you were like, we trying to say I'm gay?
It's worse than the cameraman that sits there and does them camera shots underneath, and I gotta see the dude's junk, and it's like, bro, I didn't ask for this camera shot. All right, Jesus.
Hey, Eris, this is the time you get that joke out.
Uh-huh.
Me and Eris was talking one day, right? Yada 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 yada. So, how did you know? Okay, D, you know how he got those gray hairs? Oh my God, you seen him too, nigga? Yes.
Let me take a wild guess. At who this was. Let me take a wild guess at who this was. Richard Mann?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Let me tell you something, folks. I'm not saying I know my porn stars, but when you say gray hair, Richard Mann is the first person that comes to mind because
I got a question, Chris. Why Richard?
Because
he's the only one who's actually aged, whereas Shawn Michaels refuses to age.
Yeah, because here's the thing about Shawn Michaels.
Also, Shawn Michaels still shaves like he's 14.
Yeah, Richard Mann.
Like he's 14.
I think I saw.
Look, Shawn Michaels. You are 62 years old, still having sex with 20-year-olds. Have a hangout, brother. We know what you are.
See, when Richard Mann does it,
I refuse to do that, sir.
See, when Richard Mann does it, it's giving Bill Cosby vibes, and I don't like it. I really don't like it. It's like, man, like I need you with an older chick. I don't need you with Demi Sutra and shit. Nah. Get your ass in Cherokee gas, and I feel better about myself.
Like, like Chris, stop it. He can only smash Sarah J for so long.
No. I'm laughing like a mug. Him and Bob Marley had like 5 different videos. I'm like, yo, Rich, I know what you're doing. You just staying around all them hood chicks.
It's like, I get it. Misty Stone will fuck you. That's about it.
Nah, Misty, stop calling. Damn, nigga, why you still here?
Didn't you save up money for retirement, nigga?
Ain't you got kids? Ain't you afraid they might see you?
Richard and I don't give a fuck old man status. He don't give a shit. He's still doing his thing. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But
you mean fortunately, sir? Fortunately. I saw that. Look, hey. I seen that scene between him and God, I forgot her name. Never mind. Anyway.
Let's set the tone for this finale with him fighting Usain, or as I say, what's the new guy that's in WWE that they kept teasing for so damn long and he finally popped up?
Raj, not Raj.
Mirror, or whatever the fuck.
God, I forgot. Veer.
Yeah, Veer. The Lionheart's version of Veer.
Yeah. This dude.
So set the tone.
Now, why Brockman D? I ran out of last names. I really didn't know what funny thing to call him. I really didn't.
Yeah, here's the thing. So Gautier got a broken rib from the Legionnaire goons because they cornered him in the alley after the fight. So the Hispanic doctor was like, "Come on, Holmes, you look like you could fight. You need to learn the karate, man."
I wanted to point out. I did want to point out something interesting about that doctor. The Mr. I grew up like no doctor, no doctor, no doctor. I grew up in East LA.
What's happening, Holmes?
First
Man,
of all,
Caesar's cousin over here.
first of all, it's a Caesar's cousin. First of all,
Man, I'm the
Doctor.
only one that got out the.
First of all, D. Dr. Terrence Marin over here is
Terrence Marin.
this man. This man goes full East LA Latino. So you know what you need? You need karate lessons, Holmes. So then nobody will ever mess with you. I'm like, look at this guy. He's clearly in shape. I think he does. No. I think he does martial arts.
Yo, look. It's the Batman effect. Well, looks like, well, Mr. Wayne, looks like your knees have really degenerated and your back has too. Also, despite you having an 8-pack and actually being able to flip very, very well, your shoulders are like need serious surgery. So I just have to say this. I don't think lacrosse is for you, sir. I really don't understand that. I don't,
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that shit. You remember in the first episode of Arrow where they rescue Ollie from the island and the doctor was like, yeah, he has all these fucking injuries. How the hell he get all this shit on the island? Like, who's he fighting?
Well, Hippocratic Oath. Not going to talk about
it. hey, real quick, gentlemen. Go back to that Attila clip real quick.
The Attila clip.
Yeah.
Oh. God, did I delete it already? Yes, I did.
No,
it's
fine. We got a picture of him here. Pull him up real quick.
All right, where's Attila at? Where's those glasses at? There it is.
Okay, gentlemen, this is the first time that him and Van Damme fight. It will not be the last.
It would not, sir.
These two would see each other years later in a little movie called The Quest.
Yes, they would. Yes.
As the Mongolian.
Yes, the Mongolian, Mr. Imposingly large, 6'2".
Man, this man played a Mongolian. I don't even think he could play a Mongolian. Is that kind of racist a little bit?
It is kind of weird because he falls in that blend of brown where he's actually done. That dude is actually North African. He's Moroccan.
Now you want to know?
It's just so funny that
the interesting bit about him is that he grew up in Brussels and he's actually friends with Van Damme.
Yeah, he's in that same little circle of the Van Damme circle, as you will.
He has a legit intro too. Like, not too many fighters in this movie have like legit intros because like every time we see them, they're already in the middle of a fight, so we never really see the intros for them. But Attila's intro, perfect. As a matter of fact, he got 2 intros. Number one, he's got badass boss
final
intro,
boss vibe
where he gets out of a plane holding a cat. Pure villain. His second intro when you hold square at the loading screen, he comes walking into the arena.
Shut up.
What? You get where I'm going?
Hold square
at the loading screen.
Hey, grandpa. Capcom Fighting Jam didn't come out last week.
Got Capcom Fighting Jam at home.
I had to look for like, don't say Star Gladiators. Don't say Star Gladiators.
But
say something else.
But no. I mean, the other intro, dude literally walks in like Gil from Third Strike. Notice he's not carrying his cat. His cat is being carried by his crew.
I mean, just
hey man,
I love this guy. I love this guy's presence. His stage presence is awesome.
Hey, Harrison, he does this every time. Hey man, take care of that pussy.
Boo.
No, that's that one dude every time. He think that look. He think that shit funny. He really think that shit funny. You know what? I'm gonna say it, bro. I think this the week. He getting his ass whooped this week. It's happening. I hate this cat really too, man. You know this motherfucker cat? Yeah, I'm talking about you.
I have to put out something here. My man's whole
when he said I think this is the week, he said, I hope he gets his ass whooped. I hope he gets his ass whooped by somebody who's in a completely different weight class.
I had to point out something.
No, I also hope that not only does this dude whoop his ass, the dude has a chance to fucking kill him, but he doesn't. He chooses to be the bigger man of the situation, making him feel like a bitch at the end. Get this fucking cat off me, man. I don't like it. Keep scratching me.
Now, here's the thing.
Go ahead, Chris.
My man's whole gimmick is basically he gives his opponents the illusion that
The
they're
hope.
actually the hope that they're going to actually beat him because he eats some punches, and
This is
then
why I
it's
like to
like
call it Floyd Mayweather.
yeah, he eats some punches, and then eventually, all right, man, you I gave you enough hope. Time to
Time to
fucking
go to
whoop your
work.
ass.
I gotta be honest
Time
with
to
you.
go
I
to work.
understand what he. I gotta understand. Look, I get it. But as a dude that I'm not saying me, but I'm saying he's supposed to be a dude that downloads fighters. He has some shitty bandwidth. Like, dude, you had to eat all those punches till you finally go. I know your strategy.
Now, here's the
Punch.
thing.
Like,
I don't
come
even
on,
think it's
man.
that. I really don't even think it's that simple. I think you're trying to give him way more credit than he deserves, D. Because real talk, if you look at that video, like when Cynthia was watching
She
it,
doctored that video, by the way.
which she did, she doctored the show the guys at the betting house. But no, the one that she shows, like the one that she shows the Legionnaires was just take a look at him. He gives this guy plenty of false hope, and then rips him apart. Now,
Yo, you just see legs.
Now,
You just see
understand
legs.
something. He didn't need to download anything. He just sat back and said, "Oh, press this button to activate God mode." There was no downloading. There was no counters. It was just I
You
grabbed.
see how Pikachu's legs are? I mean, ears are. That's how his legs are.
But here's my thing.
Click.
So
I like how it was so obviously dummy legs
Yeah,
because the ass looked way more wider than it needed to
well,
look.
here's the kicker.
like it was the same dummy. It was the same dummy legs from the Thing.
Cynthia bets her entire fortune, which I'm like, why the fuck you would do that? But whatever, I get it. You're a villain, so clearly you think that you got it.
I can answer that, Chris.
You're muted, D.
I was saying Reaganomics, nigga. Scare money, don't make
No.
money, nigga.
Two.
No.
Hold on.
Okay,
Two.
yeah, go ahead.
Two. Joshua, I get the logic because hey, you're worried for your guy, and he bets against Leon because he's like, hey, look, I bet against you, but we can split this shit 50-50 because I'm worried about you because bear in mind, up to this point, Leon didn't tell nobody about his broken rib. Didn't say shit. That's why he paid off the doctor about that shit. He's like, I don't want them to know. Everybody's betting against them.
Man, it's business all the time.
Yeah, betting against them. He's going into it. And during the fight, old boy fucking boots the asses to fucking Leon. Oh
No, first of all, that one punch. And then
I'm mad at him. I'm mad at him. Take a picture of that one punch.
And then Attila notices.
aha.
You know,
But to answer your question though, Chris, of why would she do that? Because that's her whole gimmick. This is how she built her entire empire. Think
Do
about
you
it.
understand how I made this here at Rich and Evil Incorporated?
It feels like
hold on. Let me finish. You take a fighter, take him while he's good and in his prime, and then you bring in someone who can clearly wash him. You bet against him after riding with him for X amount from anywhere from 3 months to 6 months, and then the guy that you use to bet against, he becomes your guy.
Yeah.
And then you just run with that until you get the next person that can wash this guy. Wash, rinse, repeat, white villain.
We call this the Don King also, but
But dude, this is what was popping in my head when she did that shit though.
This is how I win.
I felt this like seriously. It's like this is how. Folks, I need to tell you something. Uncut Gems has to be the most stressful ass movie to fucking watch ever.
It is.
That man, it's like that made me not want
up there.
That shit made me not want to ever bet or play the lottery ever. I was like, fuck this, man. This is too stressful, man.
They said that was based on a real story.
Semi-real.
I'm about to say semi-real. Like none of that shit happened. Ain't none of that shit.
No.
happened.
I feel there are people that are degenerate gamblers like that. So when I saw Cynthia do that, she really was like this when she pulled all her money up. Like this is how I win.
Yo, no. Every time he look like
first
man.
of all, for Cynthia, just for just from her own defense, when you are denied that, you start betting against him.
That's a spiteful bet, as we say.
It is. Dude, she
It's
went
spiteful
off.
bet.
It's spiteful betting, but of course she goes off of pure emotion.
Because
You
she could
gotta-
have,
just
because if
remember,
Leon gave her some dick, she would have told fucking old boy Mir to be like, hey, take a fall, take a fall. He's gonna win.
Attila, fall back,
Fall
man.
back,
I
fall back.
well, no. See, first of all, she had to source that crap. Like
Yeah,
she
she
had to
did.
source. She sourced this fighter to be the one to take out Leon because
Pre-internet, by the way.
because she was not. If I'm not mistaken, she was not going to hold on to Leon for long, especially when she found out. Who's Helen Gautier?
I mean, she had an exit. I think because Leon had an exit plan too, so it was already kind of like.
Hold on. When she first asked Joshua, like, who is she? She used to be married to his brother. You know, like he
fucking her?
Like he does. You know, he sends some money to her from time to time. Is he fucking her, dude? Not even the heel turn. Just that he went from happy to, bitch. The man don't even open the door.
He just gave it a look like, are you serious? Are you serious?
Because he already knew. He already knew where she was going. He already knew it.
Like he knew where she was going. She knew where she was going. So at that point, he's like, okay, arm's length with you people. I know what I know what this is about. Yes, I know. I never know when to quit, but at the same time, I know how you people are. So when he finally meets up with Leon and he tells him, listen, I put all the money on myself. And what's up?
Real quick, shout out to them watching the video of Attila and her breaking out the remote the size of this big going. So gentlemen, I'm like, that's a big ass remote.
No, that's a big ass fancy remote.
Yeah.
Like a fancy 1990 remote to play a freaking VHS. But
let me tell you something, man. Zenith spared no expense.
But let me tell you. So when Leon told Joshua that he bet all of his money on himself, go back and look at those odds, bro. Leon had like 1.5 and Attila had a straight up 3.
Yep.
The odds, if he, bro. Now, of course, at the end of the movie, he wins. But what was circulating, the amount of money that was circulating out there was like $12 million in 1990 money.
Yeah.
Adjust that shit for inflation. What would that be today?
I would say close to about 50.
Yeah.
Close to about $50 million. I would say just around about that area. Yeah, that's a lot. That's still a lot of money. And you know what? I will give this movie this. Because of that, we got a good moment. Ebony and Ivory. Do you like the single Negro tear? The single Negro tear.
Nah, that's a double.
Double.
No, I mean at least in this shot is the single tear. I know he started crying all the way like I know why doing that type of thing. I call it Danny Glover talking.
Hold on. So when he finds out about the broken rib, and he tells him, "Look, dude, how are you expecting to go out there and fight? You got a broken rib. This ain't gonna go right, man. This dude is gonna kill you." And of course, Leon feeling really confident, like, "Look, I can beat this guy. I have to beat him." There's a difference between I can take this guy. I can beat this guy too. No, I have to beat this guy.
Nah, this shit gotta go down now, bro.
Listen, I am not walking out of here unless I'm the winner of this fight. So when he said, "Listen, I'm gonna take you away from this shitty business. I'm getting, I'm taking the family with me. Hell, even Cynthia can come with me if she wants to." I'm like,
nah. I was just joking. I'm just saying. I'm just saying for an example. I didn't mean it.
Now, were any of y'all? Did any of y'all have that Tupac song playing in the back of your mind when he said that shit? What you won't do? I'm a sucker for love.
Not me, man. I'm like,
I had that song playing in my head. I'm like, Van Damme, stop. Like Leon, no. I get it, Leon. Yeah, she was hella thirsty for you. But that was way earlier in the movie when you kept dismissing her advances. Bro, she took you clothes shopping. We got a nice 1990 montage of you trying on clothes. And she and on top of that, we got some nice S assault happening in the dressing room.
Also, I just got to be real with you. We all saw it when they had that upshot, when they had that overlooking shot of Van Dam. I saw that dick, nigga. I saw it. That's all I'm gonna say. I saw it. That's all I'm saying.
all I'm saying is he's telling this dude.
Look. It was pronounced. That's all I can say.
I just liked how Joshua sits there and tells Leon, I bet against you. I'm trying to save you. And here's Leon saying what we said earlier. Wrong bet. Cena mode activated, and he proceeds to just beat the shit out of Attila.
Before that, no. Him finding out, number one, Cynthia bet against him. He knew it. And then finding out that Joshua bet against him. Did you see the way that Van Damme got back up and ready to continue that fight?
No one believes in me.
Yeah.
Why y'all keep showing this?
Because that's how he was, man. He got his breath. It's like,
I'm about to kill this guy.
Yo, beats the shit out of Attila, wins, right? What gets me is that Cynthia tries to do what most people when they lose a big bet. She try to get the fuck out of Dodge. Like, yo, start the car.
I like how she said, start the car up.
She said start the car. Notice that her car was stuck in the middle of all of that.
Then one of the best lines. Then one of the best lines in the whole movie. They stopped her. Cynthia, can you see it?
You got
the house. The house I have a word about your.
The house I had a word with you. Next thing you know, you hear over the walkie-talkie. Make sure that bitch don't get to the gym.
My man said, if you find that bitch, make sure she doesn't leave the premises. She's on her way back. She's on her way back to the door. Hold up, she's on her way back to the door with the money. I was like, yo,
hey,
dude,
let me tell y'all something. Women. Let me tell you something. Men, we will call you bitch here and there, but if you know you're in the wrong and we call you a bitch,
so sad.
Oh yeah, no. We're not doing this.
Now, D, let me tell you something. When my man said that she was on her way back to the door, my man radios back with the cash. I'm like, fam, the American branch of the Mishima Zaibatsu is not playing right now.
Bruh, look. This is what I said, man. They gonna fuck up Brian Thompson because they ain't gonna touch her. They gonna fuck up Brian
Thompson because this state.
That nigga going home with a whole broken hand. Each digit.
Money or the hand.
No, they gotta give. No. They gotta give them money. Period. Is she talking about? It's in New York. Tell them I'll have it tomorrow. I promise.
I'll sell the penthouse.
No. You do realize that she bet $500,000 on Leon against him.
It was said best by Tiger King, y'all. I'm never going to financially recover from this.
No, you're not.
This is it. Like this is it. I'm maxing out credit cards for the rest of my life. That's what's going to happen.
Did y'all also like the Legionnaires since they came to watch? Did you like them initiating the slow clap?
Yeah, they were the lead. I like how the Legionnaire goons went from we want to see Leon get his ass whipped to I guess he ain't that bad of a guy. Maybe we were so very hard on him.
They looked at him like, damn, he really did. Listen, he fought with some serious honor. This man got heart. He got pure heart. You know what? It's Bloodsport again.
Yeah, it is.
The freaking government, the government sends two guys, like two agents after Frank Dukes. The Legionnaires, they get to watch Frank's last fight. These guys come and see Leon's last
Here's the
fight.
thing. The difference is that number one, in Bloodsport, it made fucking sense because the military does not like you doing stupid ass high risk activities. Made
Yes.
fucking sense. Made
Yeah.
perfect sense. Like, why the fuck are you in a damn unauthorized fights? The hell is your problem? The hell is your
So,
problem?
in the case of the Legionnaires, I'm just gonna put it out there.
These niggas are just assholes.
Why do y'all care so much? I mean, I know he's AWOL.
Hold on.
I know he's
when they took
AWOL,
it to,
but it's
when they-
1990, man.
Bro, when they went to the when they went to the French, they went to the French consulate and gave him the picture, got all the information. Talking about, look, we got the return address, we got everything that we need. Can we do something about this? Listen, I could forward this to the to the LAPD. If they're not too busy doing, I don't know, catching
The drug
criminals, catching drug lords, gangbangers, or like,
Are you talking about catching brown people? Yes, brown people. Yes.
like
Shut up.
and all of that? Then maybe they can bring the asshole in if they have time.
That's how low on the totem pole he is.
Which I'm like, yes, he's that low on the totem pole, like, bro. They really don't care.
Like, it's like this. No, I know somebody said, "What if he got secrets?" Dog, he was pretty much cleaning toilets, man. I don't think he knows the codes. Is what I'm trying to say.
No. On top of that, dude, it's first of all, it's a private military.
Also, run back to your family.
And the thing of it is, to me, folks, my
My
man goes back to his family because the Legionnaires saw the little girl. I don't want you to go.
White
it was
tears.
I think it was before that, because even they knew, like, damn, this dude really fought and he did all this for his, it wasn't for him, it wasn't for nobody else. He did it for his family. And I understand. Put it like that. One of them was like, I understand.
Nah, this is
I
what
like how they didn't even get down the block. They barely got past the block. They stopped. They pull over. My man goes, "Get out," and good luck.
I like
you know what
how
happened? You know what happened, Eris? On their way over there. Ooh, hello, sir. We are on a. Yes. What do you mean we don't have no more money? Go home immediately, just the both of us. I mean, we can still. Oh, you don't care no more.
okay.
The movie's almost. Oh, because the movie is almost over. Okay. I love you too.
What gets me is like, so is Joshua like the Benson of the family now? Since
Yes, he is.
Because he is.
You better start learning French, my guy.
No, he's the
Or is he Mr. Belvedere?
No, Mr. Belvedere cleaned up people's shit. Like, Joshua looked like he ain't gonna clean up nothing.
He helps enough. He helps enough.
Joshua is gonna pick up homegirl from school. He's going to be the male representation in her life. He's gonna watch her graduate. He's gonna feel like he's gonna be.
Is it my two dads? Is it my two dads all over again?
No, it's my two uncles.
Do. This time around, I'm staying at home.
My black uncle.
My black uncle. The police keep on following us. I keep on telling them that he's my
uncle. I gotta be real. I gotta be real. That was probably a very tense household when the Rodney King verdict came out.
First of all, they weren't in LA at that point. They were no longer in California. Remember, Leon
they got money. They probably in a nice part of California.
They went to Mexico.
No, Leon stuck to his guns when he said, "I'm taking you away from all of this. We're gonna put all this bad stuff behind us." They're not just gonna move to some part of LA down the street, bro.
Move to Canada.
They probably left the country.
No. You know what?
Like I said, they went to Mexico.
They moved to Canada. French Canadian.
No, they went to Mexico. You do realize
12 million.
No, you do realize I'm still technically not supposed to be in this country.
Yeah, he don't have his green card. But
well, hold on. Now,
luckily for me, I am
12 million. No, $12 million in 1990 money. You can buy your credibility, sir.
And like I said again, thank God he's white.
Yeah. Hey, all I'm saying is,
seriously,
no matter where you are, that Rodney King verdict was still tense as hell in that room.
Like, hey, white people, y'all gotta understand. To black people, to us, y'all walking through life is like y'all camo being at 80%. That's how it feels. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, he is.
Mel
Yep.
Carter.
Mel Carter
Mel
from Give Me a
Carter.
Break. Yep. I watched that show a lot. That's a great show. I love it.
My black uncle, he's making each day the best that he can.
So
Also, he's learning French.
I'm mad.
yeah, they really
I'm
would.
mad.
As soon as she got out that limo, you just see a flying black knee just
Flying
bam!
black.
Nigger knee.
Call him nigger knee.
See, D, you had to go racial. Why can't you like, come on? No, D, you gotta be creative.
Nigger genocide.
Y'all, okay, god damn it, both of you. Can we please just call it what it really is? Midnight Magic. Let's go.
Hey, Chris, I got one more for you. Geese. Nigga.
Meanwhile, Lucky Glauber was like, "Is he allowed to say nigga?" Hey,
Thank you.
Hey, you want to be the guy to go up to Geese and say he can't say that shit? Because I ain't trying to get thrown off a fucking balcony. That's all I'm saying.
I believe that to the white guy with the red. I believe
Don't
that to
let
the
white guy over
Look,
there
I'm
do that shit.
I believe it to the white guy with the red chucks and let him do it.
Think about it, Lucky Glauber is not trying to have Geese Howard dangle his ass over
Look,
fucking
look.
Geese Tower.
Nah, man, dog. That is a rich white man that knows kung fu. I ain't fucking with him. No.
Aikido.
Aikido. Nah.
Lucky from the hood. He don't.
Nah, he lick his colors. Yeah, he from Compton.
No, look, it's like Lucky's one of those black people. Why y'all watching this Chinese stuff? It's anime, mom. Yeah, Chinese stuff, mom.
Meanwhile, who was the guy? I was about to say Mr. T, but
Heavy D.
Heavy D's like, hey, if it were me, I punch fucking Geese Howard in the face.
Heavy
That's
D,
me.
no, Heavy D.
I punched him in his face 3 times. What he gonna do?
Heavy D is clearly one of those dudes. First of all, the way I see it is that Geese Howard is a man to admire. No, but see, because he has a business, he built himself up. No, see, black people need to do the same thing. We are not doing.
Mr. Big is like, hey, look.
No. Heavy D is one of them. Heavy is like CTE.
Mr. Big was like, look, I teamed up with the guy in the tournament. Didn't really go over too well.
Man, I gotta be honest with you, man. How was Geese? He was fine, man. He farted a lot. I really didn't like him like that.
He said my nigga one time and punched me on the shoulder, so I don't know.
Lord have mercy. But this movie,
Very simple
Lionheart,
movie.
very simple. It sticks out too, man. Especially as a kid, man. This is a good one, man.
This is actually regarded as by a lot of fans that this is one of Van Damme's best movies.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so funny, but the four that came out, this Kickboxer, Bloodsport, and that's where it gets funny. What's the fourth one for you? Everybody has a different one on that one, man. I personally like Double Impact. I like Double Impact. So
no, I'm talking about the 4 movies that follow this.
No. He's talking about total, like in terms of
from like 8. Okay, I got you.
Yeah,
me personally, I love Double Impact.
Yeah, I think Double Impact is up there. Like if I can pick 4, it's those 4, man.
It's just wild to me that this man, before he did Lionheart, he had Rambo 3 and Cyborg under his belt.
And I really like the fact that, and that's another one that, well, here's the funny thing. Even though I don't put it in the top 4, Cyborg is one movie I always tell people I recommend it. I recommend it to everybody. If you've never seen Cyborg, why the hell you haven't? Check it out. It's so different.
This man helped Rodriguez with From Dusk Till Dawn and writing and finishing up the script for that. That's crazy.
Wow.
Like, just to be on that movie, that gem of a movie. Like, that's, I mean, look, hey, I love From Dusk Till Dawn. That is my jam. Also, because our boy was talking about meeting Selma Hayek on that movie, like, oh my God, Selma Hayek. Yeah, I mean, Lionheart, simplicity at its finest. But what we got next on the dock? Because we're coming up on Thanksgiving holidays.
Yeah, we're coming up on Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna put it out there. It's going to be the following week. The following week we're doing the following week. No, actually, I'm not. I'm gonna say that for next week. But next week we're still keeping it simple. Olympus has fallen. Morgan Freeman's the president, and the only person that can help us is a man that Gerard Butler can sing, but he really can't sing, so he had no business doing Fanny of
First
the
off,
Opera.
me and Sue saw the third movie in theaters, and we, despite how ridiculous that fucking movie was, we were laughing. We were laughing our ass off from beginning to end. You put Nick Nolte in that goddamn movie. I was like, yes.
Hey, Chris. Okay, Chris. Time for a confession here.
Mhm.
I seen the next two. I'd never seen Olympus Has Fallen. And
So-
when you made me see
I saw
London
Olympus. I forgot. I saw Olympus
London
Fallen.
Is Fallen. When you made me see London Is Fallen, that was the second one. London was falling.
Yeah,
right?
London's Fallen. Yeah,
that was the second one.
yeah, that was. The
But
second
whatever. Yeah, when you made me see that, I never forget going back to you like, Chris, this is the most action-packed thing you ever seen. No, stupid, but yes.
But see, here's the thing, folks. I want you to understand something. And I told D this. I told Eris this. Did you know, just like with the company behind Expendables and the Olympus Has Fallen franchise, this is the remnants of one Golden Globus.
Yes.
And their fingerprints is all over that shit from Expendables. And it's their fingerprints is on it in the best ways that you think of, because you see how over the top Expendables gets. Olympus Has Fallen, that whole franchise goes ridiculous.
And it's kind of funny when we keep. I was saying that this month is going to be filled with. We're going to do like solid hits. The one right after that is pretty much kind of going to be the Thanksgiving one, I guess. I don't know, only because it's the oldest movie that we probably did so far, which will be the Wild Bunch. Wait a minute, when did the Wild Bunch come out? What year did that come out?
1969.
69.
I want everybody to put it out. Wait a minute, hold on. When did Shaft come out? Then
70.
70.
That was 70.
Yep.
Yeah.
70.
Okay, so Wild Bunch is the oldest one we ever did. Then will it be?
It would.
Yes.
We haven't done no black and white movies. We haven't done nothing like
Wild Bunch is not. Wild Bunch ain't Wild Bunch is not black and white. That's
yeah. Well, I know it's
that's
color.
what I like to call. That's what I like to call
Technicolor.
Cinema.
Because to be honest with you, before Wild Bunch, Truck Turner was really our oldest one.
Truck Turner, yeah. Truck Turner,
Truck
I
Turner.
would say, yeah, that was up there as his
Truck Turner, then Superfly, then Shaft.
Like I said, Shaft will probably be up there too. Even
Willie Dynamite.
Yeah,
Willie Dynamite. No, Willie Dynamite was 76.
Okay,
But still,
That was like
you know,
1976.
pretty much all of our 70s movies. All
so
the
Wild
Black
Bunch is,
exploitation.
and I think Wild Bunch is going to be interesting because I know a lot of people that listen to podcasts are like, westerns, and I'm like, no, you gotta understand.
Actually, it's kind of funny. This is going to be interesting for us, really, because we are what you call half and half. We are half and half because y'all showed up for Tombstone. God damn it, y'all showed up for that. I'm glad y'all did.
No, but it's not even so much that it's that people showed up for Tombstone. I need y'all to understand that if you like Tombstone, this is the movie that inspired a bunch of movies.
But I think okay,
Like seriously, Wild Bunch inspired more movies than you think.
it did.
And one of them is Predator.
I think the thing about Wild Bunch is like when you think about it, like because we're talking about a western and stuff, and there were like a lot of people that we know that have been modern movies that people know, like Ernest Borgnine being one of them. Like we know, like people know who Ernest Borgnine is, right? But like when you look at the Wild Bunch, like,
and I'm saying that because we
but
don't talk about this.
but as much as we talk about Tombstone, I think that was just bolstered because everybody, even people that listen to our podcast on it, is because they know Kurt Russell, they know fucking what's his face
you mean Kurt Douglas? You mean
Kurt
Russell?
Russell.
But here's the thing:
Kurt Russell and all those actors because they were in modern movies and stuff. But Wild Bunch is in a different territory because it's like
I would say only reason why I say it's going to be funny because just real talk. Our audience is late Gen X to early Zoomers, so just to be really honest, this is going to be interesting. Like I said, I see y'all showing up for Tombstone. Will you show up for Wild Bunch? How many of y'all had granddaddies? Like
all the good way. My grandfather watched the Wild Bunch. I knew of the Wild Bunch. I watched it, and like Sue said, it did definitely inspire a lot of stuff, even the Magnificent Seven. You know,
And then here's the thing about that though. Now, no, D likes to be the asshole that. No, that was Kurosawa, sir. But anyway, but no, just real talk. And Eris needs to hear this too. One of the reasons why I didn't want us to review a samurai movie. The main reason why is because I don't expect all y'all to hop on the fucking train. You know what I mean? So I always question when we go for good example. Good example, actually. See, Ghost Dog would do fine. You know what we had trouble with, and people, we only got a little bit of response out of that? Across 110th Street. See what I'm saying? Certain older movies, just to be honest with you, our audience don't listen. And you know what? I'm with Eris. Fuck them. So
I love Across 110th Street because both of us enjoy the fuck out of it.
And I say that, and when we say that with pure love, but at the same time, it's like, look, some of y'all need to get educated. Some of y'all, and granted, real talk. It's probably gonna be a one sit.
I'm also going to say this. We do a lot for our listeners and our fan base. You know, we're allowed something for ourselves.
Yeah. That's why I'm not necessarily like knocking it. It's like, so
this just happens to be one of my favorite old movies, like of all time. Like, it's funny because you guys came to my house. This was like a long time ago, back when Blu-ray was like the hot thing. And y'all saw my Blu-ray collection, and D pointed out, nigga, I had a Bullet on Blu-ray. You looked at, just from looking at that, you're like,
Bullet.
I'm about to say, come back, D.
No, I'm saying no, yeah, you had Bullet, yeah.
Like
I think you was telling the story. Keep going.
No,
don't stop me, nigga.
I had the movie Bullet. And I'm like, bro, Steve. I was like, yo, this movie was sick. Like, I love this.
Here's the thing, y'all. This is for D. This is because I know Eris so well. I hate it when Eris gets gay like this. This is D because I know what turns this nigga on. So it's like, here we go.
Here we go.
I'm like the same thing that I deal with from the two of you.
Oh, don't start that shit. Don't start that shit.
Will.
Don't start that shit. You was here for all of these Yakuza jokes. Don't stop that.
I was.
I will say this. I'm gonna say this though. I think it's interesting that like out of a lot of westerns that got remakes, Hollywood. Maybe it speaks to how good the Wild Bunch and Timeless Wild Bunch is.
No. I know what you're going to say. There was never no straight remix remake of.
No. What I'm saying is, but that's what I was getting into because Hollywood has been trying for years to do a straight up remake for it, and it's like they get a writer, doesn't happen. They get a writer, doesn't happen. And I don't know whether it's just the writers couldn't quite hit the dynamic of what that movie is.
They get a producer. Too expensive. They get a director.
Last person they had.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. They get a director. Too pretentious.
Yeah, last person they got was Mel Gibson to write it, and that was back in 2018. That was the last time you heard anything.
And here's the thing, and the Magnificent Seven went through the same thing because they had people who truly wanted to remake it and try to make it something different. You had the other crowd that was like, and I call these the boomers, don't touch it. And then you had people who were just like, let's do these cool things to westerns that we never did before. And that's the reason why Magnificent Seven, despite it being okay, it really bust its knee. It really bust its knee.
Fuqua was like, all right, we got Denzel. He's being Denzel. But to his credit, he's like,
we also feel like that was it.
But it was also, okay, to your credit, Fuqua, you got a very diverse Magnificent Seven that actually was to the time period of it. So they had to deal with a little bit of tinge of racism.
Direction. Here's the funny thing. Direction to me wasn't that great, but the cinematography, like most Westerns, perfect. So, but that's the thing. That's the thing when it comes to Westerns now. True Grit got lucky because I think the Coen brothers wrote it. Number one.
Yeah.
True Grit got lucky because that thing was really, really, really good. And it sold. And then they brought out remember the 310 the Yuma and all the rest of those westerns they came out.
310
and
Yuma was the shit.
Look, they were good, but nobody watched them.
It's like Russell Crowe,
that's
Christian Bale, 310 Yuma.
Like, dog, we're getting some great westerns.
Nobody
gives a shit.
Actually, hate to say it, even fucking Lone Ranger. With
Disney money. That thing was terrible.
I was like, even Lone Ranger with Disney money, Disney was like, well, we tried. Fuck it.
Disney. Here's the funny thing.
Disney dropped freaking Lone Ranger and what was it, John Carter.
And the funny thing is, at least John Carter fared better. At least just from execution.
But the problem was the problem with John Carter was they put they kept pushing that movie as like the big Disney 3D movie when there was barely any 3D in it.
And I like how they blamed
you remember, Chris, we were at the theater seeing this.
You remember on Lone Ranger, they blamed it on Johnny Depp. I'm like, Johnny Depp didn't direct this thing.
No, my thing was this with Lone
Ranger.
They
blamed it on Johnny.
I want people to understand. Let me understand this before we go. Let me understand and tell people this. They played Johnny Depp, and I was like, guys, this is the cold hard truth here. Number one, nobody gives a fuck about westerns. Especially the Lone fucking Ranger. You could have put Denzel as a Lone Ranger, and nobody would have saw that shit. All right.
Here's the funny thing, though. Now, I will say this will be the last thing I will say, and I hope it's a movie that we do next year. There are some westerns, however, that do something different with the genre, where it ain't just cowboys and Indians and shit like that. They actually do different shit, and that's like The Hateful Eight. Holy shit. Fantastic movie. You see what I'm saying? Western movie,
even
really
in
good
the video
Western
game.
movie.
Even in the video game realm, Red Dead Redemption 2, like that story
Red Dead is really good. As a story is really so. Here's the thing: there are so much stories you can do with westerns, but let's just be honest with you, it's going to be really hit or miss for the public. That's just how it is, So I expect that to be hit or miss when y'all listen to this too. There we go.
There we go. Jean-Claude would never do a western.
Actually, I think he would. I think Jean-Claude would, man. And it would be
busted western accent ever.
No, he won't. No, he won't. He'll be a Frenchman. He'll be a Canadian Frenchman.
He'll be in charge of the railroad workers.
He got all this fur. Think about it. He got all this fur. He got all this fur on him. He's like, he grows a beard. We're like, yo, hey, look, because us critics, look, Eris, look at Chris, because us critics are so we eat any low hanging fruit. Oh man, JCVD grew a beard. He's taking this role seriously. Shut the fuck.
Oh, somebody at Canes is like, this is Jean-Claude's best role ever.
Finest role, like I said, boy. Look, real talk, y'all. Real talk. That right there, that's some low hanging film critic fruit. None of you bite for it. You hear me? None of you bite for it. It's fine as out. Don't. No. Tour de force. If they say tour de force, run.
The opposite way.
They're lying. Anyway, y'all, we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
They're fucking lying. Tour de force.